Welcome to the humble abode.
Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around.
Just tell me, Mom, for fuck's sake, just tell me what you want to talk about.
Oh, yesterday.
Lord, I know shit.
Yesterday's pizza.
See, even just mentioning Secular Opinion's name is starting to fuck up my language skills.
Got him on the spot. Welcome back.
You fail. Once again, you fail.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Can you guys all hear me out there? Is everybody hearing me? I know there's a delay. What's cooking? What's cooking out there, folks? Bear with me here. Okay, we got it. So I'm going to try out, I've been playing around with StreamYard for a little while in the background. So I'm just kind of getting used to using it here, but I think it wasn't so much an internet problem as a resource problem that I was having before. I mean, the reality is I'm streaming on a like 6 or 7 year old laptop with 4 gigabits of RAM, or sorry, not gigabits, but gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, I think until I upgrade my system using OBS and all the high def photos and tabs open and stuff, she's just too much for the old girls. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. She ain't got any more to give. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I got to kind of slick it out. These are meant more for kind of like hangout type things, but we're going to make it work. I don't know why. I'm using my media player just to play some videos to save on bandwidth. But for some reason, when I switch the audio to my headphones, apparently you guys can't hear it. So I don't know why. And then that means if I play it this way, I got to mute my mic or you're going to get crazy echo. But I don't know. Like I said, we're figuring it out. I'm sure it's just something I'm doing. We'll get there. So but this is not going to be a huge night. Don't expect like an 8-hour hangout or anything like that. It's going to be our typical kind of duration. I will open it up at the end, and I want to do more where we're hanging out and stuff like that. But there's a few things I want to kind of cover tonight. A few little specials. We're going to center mostly around Mr. Vaughn Helton. We have been doing a diverse crowd of crazies in our walk through Weirdo Wonderland. We're going to touch on a couple other things tonight too. It's not all about Vaughn Helton, but since it seems that that is in vogue, Vaughn Helton has come back in vogue. Yes, we are standing at the pillars of another era, another saga of Vaughn Helton. I can feel it, folks. I can always tell when it's a new era beginning, because when Vaughn finds his new little group of people, he starts rewriting history. The lies start you know what I'm saying? We're in the middle of a history rewrite, folks. We're going to get into that here in a second. But first things first. Got to light me up something to smoke. I got one Heineken left from last weekend. I know it looks like I'm a lush, and I'm really not trying to fucking say I'm not or I am or whatever, but I get a Suicide 6 every Thursday to do our shows, and I usually drink 3 or 4 of them. And whatever I got left, I save for when we're live. And when I'm slurring my words, I know that's when it's enough. Let's see what this is going to look like here on. I got the resolution, everything bumped way down, but let's take a look at what Ernie's got cooking. A little blurry. We got it right there, folks. Yeah, Vaughn Helton 8.0. Oh, we got some dandies. He's already been weaving some good lines here. But I just wanted to show you boys and girls I still got her going on. Valor thieving has been one of the main topics. I love it when I see Vaughn Helton held to the fire. It's something I don't talk about a whole lot. I mean, I never served in the U.S. Army, so I don't really know that much about it. I know he's full of shit. I know he flunked out. Bottom line is what it is. He just didn't cut the mustard, right? He got up to his first assignment, Fort Hood, and they're just like, you know what, man? You ain't going to make it. You just ain't going to cut the mustard, bud. That is good. So I got the one Heineken left. I did buy a 6-pack, but I got a Miller Genuine Draft. That's actually my favorite beer. I drink beer. Heineken was a bit of switch up. I know I like these kinds of beers. I'm not one for heavy beers. Well, there's Polly. Hey, what's up, Polly? There's been a lot of OGs coming out, folks. seen a lot of people in comments. I've seen a lot of accounts. I pretty much know who they are, and I've been talking to a few OGs behind the scene. They're watching. And, of course, one that came out this week, Nat's in the Pizza. And that is great, not just because he makes really good videos. I do really enjoy his videos. It's totally a different kind of style than what I do. I mean, I do the funny videos too. And I was talking about, basically there's two kinds of Vaughn Helton videos, right? You got the funny ones where the voice is sped up and it's, you know, it's humorous. It's entertainment for all us that already know Vaughn Helton. But then you got like the kind of more archived, raw footage type videos. And That's in the Pizza is kind of the best of both worlds because he does a great job on making his own original content, which is funny. But then he also has a lot of gems. And this is why I've been talking lately. It is imperative that there are people out there that archive this stuff. And speaking of archives, I got a little treat to start off our show. As the tradition, bear with me.
Greetings, Cobra conservatives. This is Baron Von Helton, and since I can't come to you in DC or New York, I thought
I don't even know if you people can hear that. Let me know if you can hear it, please. If there's any audio issues,
here's my
let me know.
newest edition, Smokey, the Ninja Cat, who is just had what was left of a TV dinner, and I just thought I would give you a shout out and see how this thing works. I probably have the cheapest webcam on the face of the planet, but I got it working, amazingly enough, so we'll see how everything works out. Thanks, and have a pleasant day.
Yeah, the audio was low on that. Unfortunately, I'm just using media player, so I can't normalize the volume of all the clips. And some of those old clips, the volume is going to be pretty low. So I do apologize. We're still going through some growing pains here. But my biggest question is, so far, is it streaming better out there? Is it all? I guess we haven't played much video to really watch, as long as it doesn't look like a slideshow and it's buffering every fucking 6 seconds. Okay, as long as you guys can hear it, because like I said, I can't really monitor it. I got to figure out how I can do it through my headphones and still have you guys hear it, and have my mic open because I can't jump between screen and screen. It's going to be a delay, folks. We're working it out. But anyways, we got some good stuff coming up. As you saw, I got that clip from G-Man's Hangout where Vaughn Helton ran licking his wounds like a salty old wounded dog. And after that epic hangout. But that's where he started rewriting history. There's definitely some gold in there, folks. I think we got some gold coming up in the future. Yeah, Nats and the Pizza is back. If we have time, take a look at a couple videos. I don't want to stream too much from there because I want you guys to go and subscribe. The guy's only got 15 or 20 subscribers, so let's go over there and give him some love. He's been pounding out the videos. Lots of good content, hours of stuff to go through there. And it's all on point. But one of the things I want to start off talking about is enablers. You know what I feel about enablers. I've talked about them many times here, folks. They are the bane of my fucking existence. Now, I got to cut slack to some people who first meet Vaughn Helton or somebody like that. And I don't know. Maybe I just have a good bullshit meter. Like when I meet Brett Keane or a Vaughn Helton or something, I instantly just, my spider senses go off and I know it's a douchebag right away. Like it's just, there's no way I'm getting sucked into these fucking, to the shit abyss by these fucking assholes. But some people, I get it, and they got an open heart and they got an open wallet and they want to help. So I mean, I can't. It is an admirable quality. It's just unfortunate that people take advantage of it. I get that, but I'm talking about more of these people. These motherfuckers have been hanging out with this asshole for years, right? Years, and the scales magically come off their eyes not until he turns on them, and even then. But I mean, to sit by and watch the abuse and just all the things, like, I mean, Folks, I could just make a whole episode just dedicated to fucking fence sitters. Exactly. Goddamn fence sitters. They fucking do get on my nerves, man. Because they enable fucking shit like this. And it's one thing when it's just some kooky guy coming in and you're tolerating his fucking bullshit. That's one thing. But there's no motherfucker. Here, let me tell you why I'm getting on this. Because as you know, as you all have known, that, you know, Shanny for Christ and Rev, they've been streaming the Vaughn stuff and getting caught up and getting everybody, you know, that was part of that kind of clique kind of caught up on the skinny of what's going on with Vaughn. But I've been seeing someone drift over into the comment section lately over there. And they're passively defending Vaughn Helton, right? It's kind of like a passive aggressive. I don't know what the technical term for it is. I probably do. I'm just forgetting. But it's kind of this, it's not passive aggressive, but it's passive. It's sowing the seeds of doubt, right? So this individual comes over there and is being nice to everybody. And then, like, let's say if the topic is Vaughn not working, they'll bring up things like, well, you know, that part of America is really depressed and it is really hard to find a job there. And, you know, I really feel sorry for someone under those conditions because I probably couldn't find a job either. Okay. Then they bring up, you know, Vaughn's deviant sexual fucking fetishes. Oh, that's gross, but why are we talking about that? I mean, lots of guys are into weird stuff like that. I don't even know why this is a conversation. Or you bring up the video game mods. Really, we're talking about video games? Like, just stepping around the point that is being made. And then I saw this person that was doing this, and this is where I start calling fucking bullshit. They're like, well, I don't really know Vaughn that well. I've just been in a few hangouts with him. We usually just talk about religious stuff. Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking, that person, Sister Sunshine, has known Vaughn Helton since Stickam. Okay, this is over a decade. She has known fucking Vaughn Helton. She is part of the little Brett Keane clique. So you got Brett Keane, Sister Sunshine, Jesus Freak, J Dubs. That whole little crowd have been hanging out since the late 2000s. There's no way you're telling me in a fucking decade that none of them, they had no idea any of this was going on. Bullshit. She's a piece of shit. She's an enabler. Just to put in perspective, if you don't know this woman, this is a woman who used to make YouTube videos of going to book burnings. She would actually burn children's books like Harry Potter and say it's a fucking, the devil's in it and shit. Like, this is what we're dealing with, right? And for her to sit there, and I watched her bald-faced lie to people and say, well, I don't really know Vaughn. I've just been a few hangouts, a decade. You've been hanging out with this guy off and on. And she's sowing those seeds of doubt. That's an enabler. You're right, Lusty, exactly. And it's always when they turn on them and then all of a sudden they can see how evil these people are. What a fucking joke. I'm sorry, fucking Sister Sunshine is a flat out fucking deceiver. She's a liar. These are just fucking weirdos. And it's not about atheist versus Christian or any of that bullshit. These are just fucking bad people. She's a piece of shit. Trust me. She's really good at putting on a smile and playing that passive thing, but that's why she's there. She's trying to sow seeds of doubt amongst people who might still be on Vaughn's side. Why? I got no idea. It's not about money. It's just about they're willing to turn a blind eye. I'm sorry, I'm calling it for what it is. It's child abuse. He doesn't have to hit them. Though apparently he had, out of his own mouth, sat and, you know, allowed his wife to physically abuse the children. It's about the neglect. It's about we know. We all know. We all been there. I don't got to explain. I'm preaching to the choir right now, folks. But it's enablers. They get under my fucking skin. Birds of a feather, folks. Birds of a feather. And they're usually in hard times, they find each other. Now, what I'm finding interesting about this new little scenario, this new kind of epoch of Vaughn Helton fail that we're wandering into here, is that there's an interesting dilemma. So as we know, right after that epic hangout, Vaughn Helton ran right into the arms of G-Man. G-Man, of course, also in a feud with Shanny and Rev and all that shit going on. So it's natural they would find each other. But what's interesting is I've been picking up through the grapevine and watching them, is that there's been a falling out with Brett Keane and G-Man. Surprise, surprise. I don't know the exact details of it. I really don't care about the exact details because it's just fucking junior grade drama between those rubberheads. But this could create an interesting dynamic, seeing as though Vaughn is still, he's going to look for a place to go. So it's not that he's not going to go to Brett Keane's and hang out with all those idiots and hang out with G-Man. He wants to double safe haven, but these guys is they're like a teenage mentality, right? They're a fucking, you can't be my friend if you're their friend, right? Did I say that wrong? I do apologize. I just woke up. But oh, sorry, you're just correcting your own spelling. See, fuck you. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to take a look at that. Now, I just grabbed the part of G-Man's hangout where Vaughn actually comes in, because who the fuck cares about G-Man just sitting there? Did you guys see that meltdown? Yes, that is a medical term, rubberhead. Look it up. That's what I'm designating them. I'm Dr. Opinion. Dr. Opinion is coming in with a diagnosis here. Rubberhead syndrome. But that meltdown of G-Man's, I mean, I've seen him do that kind of stuff before, but that was beyond. And the more we ignored him and talked around him, just the crazier he got. Like, fuck, man. Like, what is with these people? God damn. That was just, it was cringy. Like, it wasn't funny. I know what he was trying to do. He was just trying to disrupt the hangout and crash it and all that kind of shit. But I don't know. I think he's got the hotsies for Shanny. I think he's a little jealous. I think it really hurt him that she turned on him that way. I think, yeah, and listen, on a serious note, I'm not talking this. I don't know what their friendship was or anything like that. I don't know if maybe he did have a crush or not. I'm just kind of teasing. But I definitely, something's happened. I think he assumed, for whatever reason, he had her wrapped around his finger. And when she turned on him and called him that N-word, just throwing that out there, I think that hit him. I think that hit him hard. That is going down good tonight. But yeah, the fucking enablers. I'm sorry, and I know there's going to be people that are still friends with her and all that, but that Sister Sunshine, don't let her fucking fool you. That's what pissed them. I mean, it's a true test of their character, right? It's a true test of their character when you know what they know and they're still willing to fucking, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to dwell on that. So like I said, I grabbed G-Man's hangout from when Vaughn comes in to the end, which is an hour and 40 minutes. We're not going to cover it all because I think most of what I want to touch on is in the first whatever. And then I got a few other things. So until I figure out something better, I'm really just presenting my screen because I would like to present right from the media player, but I don't think I get any audio when I do that. Yeah, Nimrod, exactly. That's the N-word I'm talking about. Anybody know the history of that word, Nimrod? So I'll give you a little something that's kind of neat, because that's actually named after a king in the Bible, right? But the king in the Bible is not an idiot. He's a hunter and a gatherer and stuff like that. But it was because Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny called Elmer Fudd sarcastically Nimrod in some early Warner Brothers cartoons. You know, obviously because Elmer Fudd's an idiot, he's no Nimrod. But the word Nimrod ended up taking on, you know, the baggage of being an idiot. So, no, exactly, mute. Like, don't, you know, I'm just saying, when she's out there doing that, watch what she says, right? It's sowing the seeds of doubt. It's like, wow, it's not that bad. I don't know why you guys want to talk about this. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, it's okay. If she's happy sharing a hangout with and I'm just going to call it, I don't like using the word pedophile, okay? Because I think that word's got kind of desensitized on the internet. You know what I mean? Everybody's a pedophile. He's a pedo. They're a pedo. And we can argue about the definition. I do agree. He's not technically a pedophile. He's a hebophile or a hepophile or whatever the fuck they call it. Definitely. At least that's where his interests are. And it seems that, you know, some people want to go and you have to be convicted of it to be that. No, you can still be a pedophile and not a convicted pedophile. You know, you fuck 10 kids, you fuck 10 kids. Now, I'm not trying to say that he did that. But one thing is for sure, I will call him, and I've always called him, as an online sexual predator. So that's what he is. And the reason that the people got him with the whole Kelly sting was because he had a reputation for years. Since the days hanging out with Brett Keane and Sister Son, they all know that he's been into the young girls and stuff like that. They don't care, folks. They don't care. So let's get a little bit of this G-Man hangout set up. We'll kind of go through that because in this one is when he's trying to rewrite history here, folks. Apparently, he's had jobs for years that we didn't even know about because he did them under different names. And apparently, that whole thing with a gun in Mouse's face, that was all skit. Yeah, he's trying to conflate the intro that he did, which, by the way, we proved was a loaded gun. Because in that intro with her holding the camera and he's holding the gun to it, you can see the chambers are full. You can see it clear as day that there's bullets loaded in that fucking gun. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when he threatened her. And now he's trying to say that was a skit. He even goes so far, folks, to say that Mouse made a video recanting everything. That was all just bullshit. Of course, he couldn't provide the video, as usual. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just find this, folks. I do apologize. I know my setup's still a little klutzy here. We'll get it all worked out in time. This, yeah, that's what we want. This winter, I am going to treat myself to an upgraded PC so we get things rocking again. But we got what we got. So let's take a look at this. This is when Vaughn Helton enters. We're just going to listen a little bit. We'll stop and reflect. And any little motherfucker, greasy fucking bitch pants faggots out there want to try to flag it. This is fair use. So let's get in there. And let me know if there's any technical issues.
What's up, Vaughn? How's it going?
Hey, man. Long time no talk.
Yeah, man. I jumped you pretty good in that Google Hangout.
Oh, golly. You know, I could see a bunch of atheists, particularly political atheists, jumping me like that. But when supposed Christians, supposed theists jump me like that or allow me to be jumped like that, I'm like, okay. Listen, this is a shock to me, dude. It is. It's a total.
Vaughn. I'm sorry. 1 second, because I like to add to what you just said there.
Yeah.
Supposed theists actually doing that. Was there debating going on that channel?
Well, at first, now when the hangout first got started, it was actually a pretty good hangout. We were discussing all kinds of different stuff, and some political stuff and some spiritual stuff and whatnot, and it started out pretty good.
Right.
But when it started to degenerate was when Rev allowed my haters to start coming into the live chat, knowing full well who they were. I mean, and Rev, if you watch the actual unedited video, Rev even says, yeah, I know this person. They're a friend of mine.
He's always got to have a greasy plate, if not full of food, just empty.
And Shanny echoes the same thing. Oh yeah, they're good people. They're okay. No, they're not okay. When you slander someone, when you defame someone, when you libel someone, that is a crime. That is not.
All right. So we can play a little bit of a game here. He's going to keep saying that's his old go-to, right? Excuse me, pardon me. Heineken's catching up with me. So it's always defamation, it's always slander, it's libel. If anybody can think of any instance in that hangout, the 11 hours and 55 minutes or whatever the fuck it was that got uploaded, was there ever any slander or defamation? Think about that for a second. If you got it, post it in the comments and we'll note it. But I really haven't heard anyone lie about Vaughn Helton. He just doesn't like the truth, right? But anyways, so I point that out.
Free speech, see, that's where the fallacy comes. Oh, it's just free speech. No, those are crimes. Slander, libel, and defamation are crimes. Look them up, people. Okay, that's not free speech. Okay, you can't get on there and say that Vaughn Helton is having sex with his underage children. You can't get on there and say that Vaughn Helton beats his wife. You can't get on there and say that Vaughn Helton is a mass murderer or that he's gonna chop some chick up and throw her in a freezer. No, you can't say those things because that is slander, libel.
No, I know definitely no one said those things in that hangout ever.
And then of course the opposite happened. Oh well, you said that about Lenny Posner. Yeah, Lenny Posner's a public figure. Lenny Posner got $5 billion, And supposedly, at least according to Alex Jones,
Yeah, that's not
Bob's
true.
supposed dead son is very much alive over in Pakistan. So yeah, I can
According to
comment on
Alex
that
Jones.
because it's in the news. Okay,
Quick,
but I'm not a public figure. I'm not in the news. I'm not somebody that you can target for that sort of commenting.
I have a quick question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
I asked you about the debating. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but Shani and Rev, they tell people that debating is reprobate, but you clearly was debating some of their friends on your channel. Did you know that Veckel attempted to debate a little bit on Rev's YouTube channel?
Who cares,
They
G-Man?
booted him.
Like, who the
from
fuck
the
cares?
channel
How is any
because
of
he
this
attempted
relevant
to
to what the
debate
fuck's
on there.
going on?
Really?
Yeah, but apparently you have to be one of you have to be one of the people that Shani and Rev's got. I got that chapstick, kissing their behinds and whatnot, trying to get viewership.
Well, apparently, but
debate all you want on her channel.
Well, here's what really shocked me is when they said, "Oh, Annabelle's a friend." Okay, well, who's Annabelle? Annabelle is somebody from way back in the Nadia days, and Annabelle, by her own admission, is a New World Order person. She works for the World Bank. She works for the elites. Literally, she is.
Fuck. She
literally
works. She has a
member of the
job,
New
folks.
World-
According to Von Helton, anybody that you work at McDonald's, you're working for the fucking elites, right? This is obviously why he can't take a job at fucking Walmart. No, Annabelle did not come into the hangout. She actually shows up in this hangout. You'll hear them address her. Listen, I'll tell you this about Annabelle. I've known her for a few years now, and you never know anybody on the internet fully, so I can never totally stand up. But as far as I can tell, she's on point. She's a good person. She gets excited, but she doesn't take any bullshit, and that's why Vaughn doesn't like her. It's nothing to do with where she works or what she does. It's because she's a strong-minded woman that won't put up with any shit from a little fucking chimp monkey, it was a little Kentucky hill rat like Von Helton. She didn't come into that hangout. But listen, I'll tell you, this is what I think of Annabelle. I think Annabelle's good. I think she's Facebook good. There's very few people that made it to my Facebook, and she's one of them. And this morning that this hangout was going on, she happened to be up, and I was talking, and I brought her over. So you're going to hear her address them. Well, she doesn't enter the hangout. She just talks through chat. And she left a few comments on I think what Vaughn's saying is that I think she showed up and left a few comments, and that's enough. She probably won't come in tonight, but she's come into my hangout, so I can get her to come into my hangout. But no, she doesn't come into this one when we're watching. She just leaves comments. I give her a heads up that they're over there. So two of her favorite people. Anyways, let's keep going.
And here's Rev and Shetty. Oh, she's a wonderful person. No, she's not a wonderful person. She's in league with elites that have slaughtered billions of people worldwide. I don't want somebody like that to be considered my friend. Okay, so what if she's got tons of money? So what if she's got this cushy job? So what if she goes all over the world on safari hunts and crap like that? Who cares?
So what if she's successful and 3 times the man that I'll ever be?
She's doing something that is a good thing, and no, she's not. She's working for evil. I told her to her face on Nadia's hangout, "You're working with evil. You are working literally with the devil. You need to get away from that stuff." Oh yeah, but I'm making so much money, and I'm going on all these trips.
Why they allowed that to happen on Shani's channel, right? They allowed that to happen with you because you got them a ton of views. They haven't seen those kind of
that's
Shani hasn't seen those kind of views in her entire YouTube career.
Yeah, they got their wonderful 125 views or whatever the heck it is, and so okay, great.
You got them a heck of a lot more than that.
Well, whatever.
1,000 with you.
Oh, did I really?
They'll never see that again unless they allow something like that to happen again.
No, that's what that was going to be, and in fact, that's what the gods imparted to me this morning. Hey, this is a one-trick pony, and I'm like, yeah, man, I got that. It's a one-trick pony.
I understand that you're a pagan and I'm a Christian, so for the sake of this conversation, I don't want to debate with you about
no
taking things versus Christianity. Not today. I don't want to do that.
No.
I'm sick of debating on here for a while. I don't want to debate.
Yeah.
I can correct you on a guy's thingy another day. All right, so we can.
Well, we'll see about that correction, brother. We'll see about that correction because I think I got it. But anyway, but seriously, you know, when you go into somebody that you think you're friends with, and then they allow your enemies to just literally pile on, dog pile on, man. I mean, there must that that hangout went on for 11 hours of me getting attacked over and over and over and
It's actually
over
almost
and
16
over.
hours for whatever
And
reason.
it
4
never
hours I
stopped
didn't
for
upload,
11
which is a
hours,
shame.
dude. And you know, and one of the reasons
Consider you a friend?
that was what I thought. I mean, as far as I knew, I ain't never said one foul word to either of them. You know,
Being friends with Shanny is a very painful process because
I'm
being
finding
friends
that
with her
out.
allows you to get attacked and attacked, and she don't protect you. She don't
Yeah, I'm
like, hey,
finding
you
that
don't
out,
my friend
man.
like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that rap battles of history, taking me and G-Man and making a rap battle thing out of it. Oh my God, that would be crazy. But yeah, have you seen them rap battles of history thing? They're
Oh
hilarious,
yeah,
man.
ERB, yeah, I love them.
Where they take they'll take like Beethoven and versus Chopin, and they'll have rap battles of history, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
funny.
they're entertaining. I was
It is,
about to say
yeah.
that instead of loving them. They're entertaining.
Yeah, it's for entertainment. But yeah, man, I mean, you know, when you go into an environment where you think, hey, these are my friends, these are, you know, supposedly good people, supposedly upstanding people, you know, and then for 11 hours they allow your enemies to come in there and just, you know, well, you don't understand, it's an open forum. Yeah, it's an open forum.
I heard what he said.
But there's things like decorum, there's things like mutual respect, there's things like honor,
Gotcha,
dignity,
Lusty. We'll have to archive that over
courtesy.
at the
Allow none of
headquarters.
that. Shanny's too busy kissing behind.
Yeah,
She doesn't
well,
want to allow none of that stuff. That woman will do anything for a view these days.
well, when they opened up their mouth and said, "Hey, we support Annabelle. We are friends with Annabelle. We are friends with somebody that literally kisses tail on the elites, these elite families that have slaughtered billions of people all over the world." I'm
See
like,
ya, Brad.
yeah, no, no, you ain't my friend. You ain't my friend. If you're going to support people that are okay with that, no, you ain't my friend.
Exactly.
There's no way you can ever get me to say, yeah, I'm gonna support the New World Order. I'm gonna support the World Bank. I'm gonna support these elitists.
What do you
That
think
have
about the racist stuff that's been coming out of their mouth, though?
I really have a problem with.
Sorry, I had to pause it there because this is where the bullshit really lays on. Remember, this is the guy. This is the guy, right? The whole Black Panthers thing. What happened? He raged out. He said the black people were running through the streets like wild dogs, attacking white people. And I'll just direct quote here, folks. Don't kill the messenger. But he said, quote, when the niggers stop using the nigger word, he'll stop calling them niggers. Okay? Now listen to him rewrite history and tell us how much that N-word offends him now. Oh, how times have changed, folks.
The N word. And the reason I have a problem with it is because you get comedians up on stage and they use it all the time. And I don't think that's right. I think if you're going to say that something is wrong, then it should be wrong across the board.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You know, but see, you get these comedians, they get up on stage and they use it. And then you get people say, oh, well, hey, if he's using it, I should be allowed to use it. And then I saw a video on TV where they killed a white woman, literally killed her. They literally beat her to death and threw the dead body off the bus. You know, and I'm like, okay, if you're going to say that a word is that bad to where you are literally going to start killing people, I don't think comedians should be up on the stage.
I love how he spun this
crazy.
into basically his argument is white people have been
This was on video.
victimized.
This is on a YouTube video. They beat this
because
white
they're not
woman
allowed
to
to say
death
the
and
N-word
literally
like
threw
black
her dead
people
body off the bus. Okay, if you're going to say a word is that vile that you got to kill people for it, then nobody should be using it, right? Nobody should be using it.
Exactly.
You know,
And what cracks
but
me up about Shanny and Rev is that they get so bent out of shape when somebody says that they're not a Christian. I told them multiple times, if you want to shut me up, prove it. And the church won't listen to me. But they can't do that. All they've been doing is proving everything that I've been saying about those people.
well,
You know,
in the lead up. Well, see, in the lead up to this, I don't know if you've been on Skype yet, but I left you a message on Skype. See, in the lead up to this, They're like, oh, G-Man don't like us. G-Man's against us. G-Man did the blood. G-Man da 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 da. And G-Man's going to use you. And G-Man's just going to use you for views. You know, and then you look back at this 11-hour hangout, and you're like, well, what did you use me for? Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Whoa, hold up.
Then,
Correction. And listen, I'm not here to defend Shani or Rev. I mean, they have been on a Vaughn kick for the last, whatever, week or so, or a few days. And I mean, I'll grant it, that's probably the most views that they've ever got on their hangouts. But let's be clear about that hangout. Vaughn was offered the door to leave. They were basically like, look, this is an open zone for anybody to say what they want. If you feel that you're getting attacked, just leave. No one will hold it against you. And he said, no, I have to stick my guns, and sat there for over 15 and a half hours. Right? I don't want to wag my bony finger. The only reason I bring up the kids is because he blatantly lied again in that hangout. I don't remember anyone feeding them. And he also said when they brought up the screaming that he was probably keeping them awake. He was like, no, they've already went to bed. I don't remember him putting them to bed. I'm just saying. I mean, that's the least of my complaints about this shit, but I'm just pointing that out. But I just think it's rich. Right here, we're watching history being rewritten, folks. Yeah, they told him to go. But he said, no, I'm sticking to my guns. And he stayed. So you can't blame them for that. Whatever their intentions, whatever their whatever. I'm not defending them. I'm just pointing out the fucking facts here, folks. Vaughn Helton stayed. And let's be honest, that's the most attention. But folks, do you think it's a coincidence that we all start coming back and making videos and stuff, and Vaughn Helton starts sticking his greasy nose out? He even put out that video on his actual YouTube channel. Now, it's been pointed out he took that down and moved it over to BitChute after he's made his point. Thank you very much. But do you know how craving for attention? He got a taste of it again. And he's like, yeah, I like this. I want it back like the old days. And that's what he's doing. Just saying. All right, let's keep moving ahead.
How many times have you been on my channel, man? I mean, like on the G-Man channel, or this is your first time on GTV, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think you've been on my channel a grand total like 3 or 4 times.
Three or four times at the most. Yeah.
Those who don't know what they're talking about, they really don't.
Well, that's the thing. And that was what I was trying to explain to him. I said, now listen, G-Man has known me for at least 10 to 15 years, and in that 10 to 15 years, I can't remember him ever siding with my enemies. I can't ever remember him.
Look at the look on G-Man's face. He knows he's lying right now because he hasn't known him
maybe
15
even politically.
years.
I don't know.
Or even 10 years.
Later, maybe. But, I've never heard him, say anything untowards about me, but they're rattling out, oh, he's going to use you. He's going to do this. He's going to, and I'm like, what did you just do to me for 11 hours? Right. What did you just do to me? You let every, I swear it was like somebody had opened the gates of hell and all the demons just come flooding out. It was crazy.
And you know what I mean?
Over and over.
They both claim to be dragoons. So guess who they represent?
Yeah,
Dragnet and the atheist. They represent Dragnet and all those.
Well, see, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to hop in here real quick, because it was really funny. Because Dragnet's like, I don't want no part of this, man. I mean, he's like, I don't want no part of it. Because I mean, there's these people. They come jumping in there. I'm gonna kill that Von Helton guy. I'm gonna cut him up with a knife. I'm gonna gouge him with fucking cigarette butts and stuff. And Drag's like, I don't want none of this.
Impression.
Dragnet got out of there, man. He got out of there, and I don't blame him. I really don't. I don't blame the guy. And Drag's not like, hey, man, are you really, did you really, want to have underage stuff going on and something? Like, listen, dude, I got a video. I'll email you a video. Totally clears my name. Listen, Blog TV don't even like me, and so for Blog TV to put out a statement clearing my name, that's saying something. But Blog TV literally had to jump in.
All right. I got to say something, and I know all the OGs in the audience already know the story. And again, I'm kind of preaching to the choir here, folks. But for those that are new to this whole crazy thing and weren't around back then, and who may I don't know, for future generations who may find this video, what is he talking about with this exoneration from Blog TV? So when the video, without getting into sidetracked into the whole Kelly thing, When it was decided to be taken to the People's Court and thrown out on YouTube for the community to see, the person that released the video did a typical thing that was of the trend of the time, and, you know, put a soundtrack to it. It was Insane Clown Posse or some song, I can't remember, right? And a YouTube user that had good intentions but jumped the gun and kind of stuck their nose in where they probably really shouldn't have. A YouTube user by the name of, at the time, I am Redhead 420 or something like that. Again, good intentions, but what she did is she sent a hacked up troll video to Blog TV to review with all the crazy music and stuff. And of course, they watched like the first 5 seconds of it, and we're like, "Oh no, we're not. This is bullshit. I'm not watching this." And that's what they sent him an email about. They're like, "Oh, we reviewed this video and we don't see anything wrong with it. We didn't even watch it." And he says that's exoneration for what happened on Blog and the chat logs and everything. Mind you, Von Helton has yet to produce this video. Now, he says he sent it to Drag. Last I heard, I thought I heard Drag talking about it. I don't want to speak for him, but I think he said he received a video. But in case anybody's wondering, when he references this supposed fucking video that he has, that Blog TV has exonerated him from all charges, that's not true. That's typical Von Helton. He's just taking one thing and finding a kernel of kind of truth in it and saying that exonerates him for everything else. It certainly does not. He was never exonerated from chatting to what he thought was a underage girl getting nudes. But not to get sidetracked on that. Just a little history lesson for anybody that's new. That was a very concise, very short one. I definitely could go side-tailing into more detail, but I digress.
Yeah, man, he's going after underage kids, and he's doing it, and it was all to protect this other guy who really was chatting up underage girls on his live show, you know, because that's what it was all about, you know, because they were afraid I was going to expose him. Well, I sure as hell exposed him after I got accused of it, right? You know, but yeah, man, it was crazy. It really was crazy.
All right, just
So
another
that's
little
ours,
piece
and
of
I'm
info,
like,
too, for what he's talking about. He's talking about another Blog TV user called Glenn's Room. And Glenn had a bit of a, his 15 minutes of fame. He was on the Howard Stern show. He was one of those weirdos that used to come on there. Some dude that supposedly owned a pizza shop. And I thought he was pretty creepy, too. I thought he was a weirdo. I used to always bug my girlfriend because she liked watching him. And I was always like, this guy is definitely, they're going to find dead 16-year-old hookers in his trunk or something. So he was a weirdo. But the incident that Vaughn is talking about, he was co-hosting a couple young girls. And he was flirting with them. But I remember Glenn's Room made them show ID because they were young and they were over 21. And as far as I know, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Anonymous Dick had absolutely no connection to Glenn's Room that I know of. Maybe that's different. Maybe I know there's someone out there that definitely correct that if it's wrong. But as far as I know, there was no. This is just absolutely dreamed up in Von Helton's head. It's just that after Von Helton, a month or so after Von Helton got caught with his fucking hand in the cookie jar, this incident went down in Glenn's Room where people said, "Oh, Glenn had a couple underage girls he was flirting with." But if you watch the video, Glenn had the girl show ID. Yeah, 19 or something around there. I don't know, but I remember him. Maybe they really were. Maybe they used fake ID, something like that. But I do remember him asking them for ID to prove how old they were. And he continued to have a room. So I don't know. Maybe it did turn out. But the point is, this had nothing. What happened to him, whether Glenn did it or didn't do it or whatever. And again, I think the guy was a creep anyways. I could see it. But that has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with what happened to Von Helton at all. Craziness. Anyways, let's keep going.
And I'm committed to this now. I'm just going to hang in here and see what happens, you know. But yeah, when they started saying, "Hey, I support,"
Shani and Rev are great friends, aren't they? Shani and Rev are great friends, aren't they?
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. Well, you know, see, and that's another thing that got me too, because Rev is supposedly a staunch conservative, whereas Shani is supposedly a staunch liberal. How are they meshing like that? I mean, you know, you would think it would be.
I can explain how they're doing it.
Okay, go ahead.
Agree in the bedroom, as long as they got an agreement in the bedroom, and as long as Rev's paying those bills, I don't think she cares.
Well, I got it.
That's how it works. something like that. You know what
I
I mean?
would think
G-Man sounding jealous. G-Man
I would think they
sounding
would be
jealous. He thought he had his fucking
that,
fangs in that money.
politically and stuff, but
Yeah.
what are you doing up so early? It's 5 o'clock in the morning, man.
I don't know. I
By the
couldn't sleep. I had to
I-
babysit last night for someone, and I couldn't sleep. And I decided that I haven't made a video about this.
Right.
So I decided I was going to talk about this a little bit. But they're mad at me because I keep saying that they're not Christians. I don't need to say it no more because I don't think so. And I don't believe anybody in the G plus Christian community. And when I say Christian community, I ain't talking about like Staff and Valor.
Yeah, they're mad at G-Man because he says they're not Christian. It has nothing to do with like the fucking money, the whole renovations drama. Nothing to do with that, folks.
As far as them actually being believers, I know Beckel never said that they wasn't. Beckel said that he believes that they are immature. Me personally, I don't believe that neither one of them believe in Jesus, and if they do, they probably believe in some hippie that they thought was Jesus back in the 70s or something like that. You know what I mean, or the 60s or something. But nah, they don't believe in the Jesus of the Bible. That's for sure. They can't. Not using words like that. They can't.
Well, and that's that leads back to what I was saying earlier. I mean, if you're going to claim to be someone that is above the fray, and then you allow the fray to come into your chat room and just totally take over the chat, what does that say about you? And I even tried to get this out. I tried like several times to get this out. I never could get it out. But I was like, hey, Rev, hey, Shani, would I allow you to be attacked in my live show? The answer is no. It would have never happened. It would have never happened. It would have never. And it sure wouldn't have went on for no 11 hours. Oh, my God.
Imagine if Brett Keane had been there. Brett would have flagged that channel.
Absolutely.
Brett would have flagged it down.
Absolutely.
They're lucky it was you and wasn't Brett. You're nicer than Brett. Brett ain't very nice with that kind of stuff.
No, Brett. In fact, Brett just did a video where YouTube is actually starting to finally come around to the fact that people have been harassed on YouTube for years, and he just did a video. He says, "Hey, oh my goodness, YouTube's finally actually coming around and starting to shut these channels down and stuff." And I'm like, "Wow, man!"
And you know what else they're getting ready to do? They're going to get rid of the downvote and
That's
all of the
good.
comments that's been reported. Like they're gone. They're gone.
Well,
see, it's about time, honestly, because if they didn't do something, YouTube is going to get sued over some of these people because a lot of people are threatening them right now.
Well, you know why it's happening, right? It's happening because Europe passed these laws in Article 11.
Oh, here we go. Get out your hip waders, folks.
And the European Union's like, hey, you either obey the law, YouTube, or we're going to sue you into the ground. And YouTube's like, okay, and so that's why all this is happening.
We need to report Botton and Fiona and all them other people that not.
Yes, if they're especially when you have a channel that is dedicated to hating somebody, whether it be hating on Brett Keane, hating on me, hating on you, hating on Nick Bravo, hating on Trailer Park Elvis, whoever it is, if your channel is dedicated to hating someone, that's a gross violation of terms of service right there. Because if you go and actually read the terms of service, it says no, you cannot use your channel.
What if that person is a child abuser and proven online sexual predator?
And the reason these channels have lasted as long as they have is because nobody put YouTube's feet to the fire and forced them to enforce their terms of service. But see, with Article 11 and Article 13, I even did a video called Lucky 13 about this. But the reason why they're doing this now is because they ain't got no choice. They have to obey the law, because if they don't, the EU government is going to sue them into the ground, and they know it. So and that's why it's happening now.
Exactly. That's why Shani can say whatever she wants, because if she keeps it up, the algorithms are gonna
slam her. Yeah,
what happened, and then boop, you're going. You know what I mean? So.
Well, see,
speaking of e-begging, I'm just going to pause this for a sec. Speaking of e-begging, and I brought this point up before, you know what these two right now have in common? You know why they're really so butthurt? Because they got cock slapped and the tap got turned off. Whenever the tap, with any of these fuckers, whenever the tap gets turned off, that's when you see this kind of shit happen. And now they're crying to each other. Cock slapped and the tap turned off, folks. And I don't know, like I one thing I will say, and I hope Shani and Rev watch this. Rev, I think that you are an authentic person. You're a sincere person. You're a genuine person. And I do admire the fact that you open your heart and your wallet to people. I think that is an admirable quality. But man, you're not a very good judge of character. I mean, how many times you got to go through it? They hung out with Brett Keane. He turned out to be a douchebag. They hung out with G-Man. He turned out to be a douchebag. They hung out with Vaughn Helton. He turned out to be a douchebag. But you know, Rand Campbell and those guys, they're still okay. No, they're not. Stop hanging out with this whole fucking clique of people. God. Anyways, that's your choice. On with the video.
Downvote, that's awesome because see, YouTube, the way YouTube is set up, if you get too many downvotes, nobody sees your videos.
Right.
Your videos literally are put in a different category and nobody
Right.
gets to see them. So when the downvote is gone, everybody's going to start seeing my videos. I'm going to start getting views. I'm going to start getting subscribers. You know, the ability to shadow ban is going to be a lot less at that point.
Yep.
That's one of the ways they shadow ban.
And the fun for the haters is going to go away because now, in order for them to mess with your channel, they got to become a guest on there, and then they got to porn bomb you or something like that.
Well, that's what me and Brett have been saying all along. You know, the haters are going to go bye-bye because they're not going to be able to do anything. They're just not. You know, and especially with Article 11 and Article 13 passing into law, you know, because they're like, oh, that Article 11 and Article 13, that's garbage. It don't apply to me because I'm in America. No, it's an internet law. If you're on the internet, it applies to you, whether you're in America, Bangladesh, Tahiti, or Florida. It doesn't matter. If you're on the
Even
internet,
if that
it
was
applies
true,
to you, period.
it's kind of like having bylaws without a bylaw officer.
So yeah,
like, who's going to enforce
it?
it?
And like I said, the EU is going to enforce this big time. And they don't have a
Oh,
choice. They have to start. That they finally, there is somebody that is making them enforce their terms of service.
Towards the end, Wilson,
all I've ever asked.
I'll put out a join link.
Just
This is just a video on playing.
Because if they'll enforce their terms of service, all these hate channels are gone. Poof, they're gone. You know, I mean, I just spoke with Secular Opinion on that live chat the other night. I spoke with him. He's well, I never harassed you for 15 years. I said, oh, really? Go to your channel. And what is it? Oh, nothing but hate. Vaughn Helton did this, and Vaughn Helton did that, and Vaughn Helton's there, and Vaughn Helton's over there. Vaughn Helton's
now, hold up.
Helton's working with.
First of all, I haven't even known Vaughn Helton for 15 years. And I haven't even had a YouTube channel with anything to do with Vaughn Helton for 15 years. But that's not even what we talked about. He's conveniently leaving out the part that I'm telling him he's getting served next month with papers. And he is. But that's a topic for another day. I shouldn't have even really let that out. I was waiting. I should have cleared some stuff first before. But anyways, it's out there now. But this is totally not what happened. This is not even part of our conversation. I never said, I haven't been following you for 15. He did accuse me of that. I'll give him that. There's a half truth. There's a kernel of truth in there. But this was not our conversation. This was not our conversation at all, folks. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, Vaughn Helton's working with Moloch. Vaughn Helton, you know, like, give me a break, dude. Really? You know, so can we hate atheists? No, I don't hate atheists. I want atheists to become spiritual. I want them to understand the spiritual aspect of this world. So no, I don't hate atheists. I disagree strongly with them, but I don't hate them. Now, what I do hate is terrorists, murderers, you know, child molesters, crap like that. But do I hate an atheist?
You want to know what's messed up?
What's
if I have to say who's more moral right now, Dragnut or Shanny and Rev, guess who I believe
say Dragnut
right now?
Yeah. Listen, Dragnut. I have to give and listen, I've watched Dragnut's videos. I've watched him.
Yeah, he's very hateful. He's more moral than Shanny and Rev combined right now.
I have to give Dragnut props because Dragnut's like, hey man, is this legit? And I said, listen, I will send you a video that totally clears my name. And I sent him the video. That was the end of it. Done, you know? And so, you know, I have to give Dragnut props. He was legit. He was like, hey, I will listen. I will watch the video. I will, you know, and that was it. Done deal. No, none of this BS. Done deal. And I got to give the guy props. You know, I was watching Aaron Ra. I was watching Aaron Ra's videos. Another big time atheist. I said to Dragnut, I said this to his face. I said, Dragnut, Do you really believe that Aaron Raw would have allowed his live show to get this out of control? He said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So now, how you like them apples? He said,
Exactly.
absolutely not. It would have never happened. It would have never happened.
And they
Yeah.
know better to come in my room with that garbage because I throw them out so fast they won't know what happened.
And that's why they don't like you, probably. That's why they don't like you, because you're not going to side with Von Helton's haters. And so, since you're not siding with the haters, well, you got to be a hater.
It's not even about their haters. It's about control. I'm not going to let them just
exactly
do whatever they want. That ain't going to happen.
Exactly.
How you doing, Dave? Mr. Weiser. How you doing, sir?
Yeah,
Davey Weiser. This is like Mark Weiser's evil twin, isn't it?
I've had a few days off, and so yeah, I just woke up and I was looking around, and I saw that you had a live thing going, and I wanted to give my 2 cents, whatever it's worth.
I would love to hear your 2 cents about.
Anyway, first I want to say hi to Vaughn there. How you doing, Vaughn? I watched a bit of that video, and it was horrendous. And you received several death threats, and basically beyond the obvious comical things that you say, whether you're serious or not, basically all it'd be worth it just be laughed at.
Yeah, from what I gather, Dave's another enabler.
You do say some things that are like,
I do.
Like you would like say, really? Does he really?
I do admire the fact that he can actually hold both their balls out of the way,
and it is funny. It's
at
just
the same
funny.
time.
Like I cracked up.
Never seen someone stroke 2 egos at the same
room.
time. That's
I watched the
pretty proficient
expression
that
on
way. It
his
must be
face
experience.
when you started getting into like the thing about Watergate and stuff, and it sounded crazy but funny, and I was laughing my head off. I really was. And so
well, see that's listen. Humor is the best vehicle to get people to understand the truth, and that's what I've been trying to say for a long time. If you can,
oh, that's it, folks. He's always meant to be
people
funny.
will learn. People
the
will
idiot
actually
thing
learn
is just
stuff,
it's all an act to get his
you
message
make it
out.
funny and you make it a good time and happy and that because that's what I want. I want people to be happy. I want people to think, but I also want them to have fun and not take it so serious. But see, you learn by humor. You can actually learn from humor that way, and it's great, man.
Well, I don't know if you really believe some of that stuff or not, but the death threats, unacceptable. When Blue came in there and he said that he wanted to kill you, that he wanted to several times. Now those are actual threats.
And that video is still up.
Yeah, it ran for like what? Hours. 6-7 hours. I don't know.
No, 11 and a half hours, bro. 11 and a half hours.
Colorado police.
I don't know why you sat there in that room like that. I really don't.
You know why? Because I believe in sticking to my guns, dude. That's why. I'm not going to back.
The Colorado police and let them know what the heck.
So he admits it.
You really
right there, folks. He just admitted why he endured it, because he sticks to his guns. He refused to leave. He just admitted it. That's what I said a few minutes ago. He refused to leave. No one trapped him. No one subjugated him to it. He wasn't trapped there. He wasn't kept there. Come on.
I'm not going. Well, you call the police, ain't gonna do nothing. Shanny said so herself. She said they ain't. I've never.
Really? No. That's not true. That's not what Boulder told me. They told me that you gotta put a statement in your city or town first, and then they will contact Boulder and send somebody to their house.
Oh, okay.
So they'll do something, especially with those who got a history with the police.
Well, now you can ask David. David said he watched it. You could ask him. I received numerous death threats. I received all kinds. I mean, saying I had sex with underage kids, saying I was having sex with my children, saying that I was beating women to death, killing women. Right, David? Am I wrong?
I didn't hear the part about beating or killing women, but I did hear the part about bestiality. I did hear pedophilia brought up.
Right.
Somebody showed screenshot some website where you're you're doing something on the internet that involves cartoon.
Right. Yeah, it's all fake, but I mean, you know, they try to make it out like it's real. You know.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I
Right.
think that's kind of sick. But anyway,
Yeah.
Well, for what it's worth, Shanny and Rev accused me of raping someone here on YouTube. So
I remember that.
I made one YouTube video response. I made one, and everybody decided to about it. You know what I mean? When I started talking about how it's serious, don't play with me with that.
G-Man, when you publicly accuse someone of an actual crime, which of course rape is a crime,
right?
And they don't have evidence for that, that's defamation, man.
That's defamation. That's slander, libel. Yeah, it's a crime. You know.
My brother was in an earlier Shanny and Rev stream where they were discussing the video I made talking about my frustration with Sabella, which I have experienced for 4 years. Every time.
All right, I don't want to listen to these guys whine too much, so I'm going to skip ahead here.
The dispute of, because you know he wanted to be the one that pretty much.
He's still talking.
Mark
Wire.
And he's still talking.
So he little things like maybe.
And he's still talking.
But
that's probably what helped me and what saved me from a lot of problems. Is that
I apologize if it's echoing right now. I'm just.
And that's probably what has saved me a whole lot of grief, because all these accusations they throw at me, if I'd have had a
can't hear you, Vaughn. You got
I want to get up to where he really brings in the new lies.
Both of them claimed that she was cool. She was okay. You know.
Okay, cool. So has Annabelle confronted them about their racist behavior?
I don't know. She's in the outside chat here.
Yeah, I mean, Annabelle, I'd love for you to come in here and talk about your friend Shanny and your friend Rev. I would love to hear about how you're a good person while not confronting your friends about their racist comments here on YouTube towards me, Annabelle. You didn't like it when I called you a doorknob on this YouTube channel, and you demanded an apology when I went to what was it, Dragner's channel, or whoever channel that was at that particular time. But you had a problem with me calling you a doorknob, but you don't seem to have a problem with your friends using racial slurs. See, now you see here. This is Annabelle's response here. I'm gonna show everybody this on here. Oh, sit down, you tragic old fool.
Okay, I would love to know something.
I really do love Annabelle. I love her.
I'm curious. I'm curious about something. What do these people consider? Okay, there's this comment here. I don't know if I said she had more morality or something than all of us put together. And what my question is I'd like to know what people, where the line is. I'd like to know what people consider to be, hostility or criminal. What I can't even think of the right term. What would they consider to be the line you don't cross with women, as far as being physical?
As far as now is concerned, I mean, women are being brutalized all over the world. Where is now? Oh, they're hiding under their desk. You know, I mean, there's women right now being FMJ'd. Okay, I'm trying to
know what that is.
Google it. They're being FMJ'd, and where's now? Oh, they're hiding under their desk. Okay, now has lost all credibility. I mean, when you got women that are being brutalized in about every way imaginable, and now says nothing, all you hear is crickets. Yeah, they've lost all credibility, if they even had it. I don't personally believe they even had it to begin with, but that's a story for another day. But even if they did have any credibility, it's definitely gone now. You know, when you got when
isn't that rich? I'm just gonna pause that. This is what I love. He accuses Annabelle of supporting a racist, yet he's got one sitting right beside him, a proven online I take that back, online sexual predator that he's housing. It's funny how birds of a feather, right, folks?
Epidemic across the world, and now is doing nothing about it. And we're talking about innocent women here that's never done anything wrong in their lives.
I'm sorry, Vaughn. Annabelle says I see you still can't tell me what was said that was racist. Are you serious, Annabelle? Did you even watch the video, Annabelle?
She didn't watch the video. She didn't watch the video.
Put out her Revian put out a video where they're calling each other the N-word, and it was ridiculous. The N-word has no meaning. Has no meaning between two white people. It's just dumb.
Well, there's some people that say that, you know, you could use the generalized term to mean, you know, anybody that is,
I mean,
that
they
is violent or aggressive, or, you know, but I don't know if I don't know if I could go that far, because
Well,
if you actually trace it back.
A lot of people don't know why I haven't decided to flag the channel or whatever, because I got something far better on Shanny, and I've always had this. The rape claim that they finally went on YouTube and started talking about. She text messaged me this, and the person who made the claim on my phone. I'm just waiting to get into a courtroom with that crazy woman. That's all.
Yeah, because that is clearly
there. I mean, you can't get around that. But the two white people say, okay, Vaughn, you and me are both
You can
white.
tell Vaughn's worked up
Well,
when he keeps
technically,
fucking greasing
you're
back that
Indian, but-
mustache.
Okay, well, you look white to me. Okay, so
sadly. But yeah, well,
so we started calling each other, hey, N-word, how you doing?
Right,
You know how dumb that is?
yeah, I get what you're saying, because the actual history, right? Because the
It has
actual
no history of meaning between us. If two black men use that word with each other, it means intimacy. It means something deeper than a brother.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna
We
skip
don't
that a
have
little
that.
bit because this
So that's
is
what
boring.
makes it retarded when two white people here were Annabelle saying, fascinating how you muse about morals when you have zero respect for women and no boundaries when it comes to forcing yourself on them. Now, is this the same?
Come from.
I don't know.
Is that something that correct? Okay, a woman.
Well, because she's sitting there listening to
anything
three
she wants from a
incels
man, and
fucking
she's supposed to stand there and
talking
take
about
it?
women's rights.
Like
what a
I
fucking
said,
joke.
man, these feminazis, that's my terminology. These feminazis, they got no credibility. Yeah, there's women out there being brutalized all over the world, and not one peep out of these so-called women supporters. And I'm just, you know, they're hypocrites. Up to here. Yeah, they're just big time hypocrites, and I'm just so done with it. It ain't even funny. You know, I've probably done more to support women than they'll even know in one day. So, you know, and I'm being truthful on that. Actually, I've actually supported some women's causes. I really have. But you know, but see, they don't know that, and that's none of their business anyway, right?
A couple days ago, City.
Yeah,
City
but
of
what
the
gets me
silent.
about this community is it's degenerated. It's degenerated into a gang mob, like kind of like what happened on that hangout with you.
Yeah.
And you know, there's like, even if there's just a rumor of some sort of impropriety, they just rip into them like hyenas into a wounded deer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sick.
It is sick. It's getting out of hand too, man. That's why I'm glad for Article 11 and Article 13.
I don't know what those are.
Okay, well,
Isn't Annabelle part of the UK? Isn't she part of the European?
Yes.
So Annabelle has to keep those laws too, right? Like Annabelle can't come in here and cyber troll, nothing like that, right?
Correct.
Annabelle, you better behave, Annabelle.
He's trying to be classy, but he's in mixed company.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Pinkies
Article
up.
11 and Article 13 ain't no joke, man. That's true. That's true.
Annabelle better be nice, Annabelle. Annabelle better be nice.
Came on their channel too, and he said something I agree with. He said that there's lots of things that people have said in the chat room that he wouldn't take in real life, and if he was ever in a situation, a hypothetical like I suggested, he would just walk away. Well, so would I. I mean, if I was in a situation where a woman was being hostile and aggressive with me, I would at least make the attempt to try just to get away from her.
Yeah, walk away. Let them hit you. Let them keep doing what they're doing.
Let them hit me.
Several warnings before you knock them into next week.
I wouldn't let them hit me. I mean, I'd walk away, just like I wouldn't let a man hit me.
Right.
Well, when they choose to act like a man, then they deserve to be taken care of like a man.
See, and they get offended at that because they don't agree with that.
Let them get offended. I mean, if they're gonna say I'm gonna treat you like a man, well, sorry.
That's not what they believe. They believe that they should be able to just walk up to you, slap your face, spit on you, step on your toes.
Doesn't work that way.
Hit you, stab you, do whatever.
Doesn't work that way. I mean, now listen. I'll be the first to tell you. I'll be the first to tell you. I exercise great restraint. I am old-fashioned. I don't believe in hitting a woman. However,
guns in the face are okay,
comes
kids.
at me with a
That's
weapon,
okay.
she is going to be on the floor so fast it'll make her head spin.
There you go.
Because then the paradigm shifts, right?
Let them know, Vaughn. Let
But
them
normally, as a general rule, I am old-fashioned. I don't believe in hitting women. I know that sounds crazy, but
guns are fine.
Feminists are offended by you saying that, though. How dare you say you wouldn't hit a woman? Well, what, are we not good enough to be hit? Or whatever. I'm old-fashioned like you do. I would rather walk away from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if I have the option to walk away.
The day, it ain't women. Men are the stronger vessel. So the women, we look at you as being kind of like inferior. You know what I mean?
Thank you for announcing what condition you'll hit a woman.
Just relax. I'll explain that in another video.
Well, let me put on my orderly hat for about 2 seconds. Okay, what it is, men have upper body strength because they're the protector. Women have lower body strength because they're the carrier of the child. Okay?
Right.
There is a reason why things are the way they are.
Right.
You know, women have lower body strength, especially in the legs. You don't want to be kicked by a woman. Okay, it hurts. Why? Because they carry the child. They are the nurturer. They are they are
a lower center of gravity, I think.
Lower center of gravity, exactly. And and it's all done biologically for a reason. Okay, and it's not, oh well, you're being sexist because you say that women don't have upper body strength. No, dummy, it's biology. I spit it out this morning.
Biological
6
fact.
o'clock in the morning. It's almost 7 in the morning, man. My dog's even going back to sleep. But it's crazy, man. People, you try to tell them even simple biology like that, and they freak out.
Well, if you actually know what Christians actually believe about this topic, we believe that the man is the stronger vessel. I've heard Shani mention this multiple times.
Oh, blah blah blah. All right, let's move on ahead.
The woman is a weaker vessel, so it shouldn't be. You're gonna be taken for the house. But women, when you got on YouTube and started saying I did all this stuff, you ain't got no proof.
Well, this gets a little more interesting.
When you told your man, and I know you told your man to go on his YouTube channel and do that stuff. When you guys were sneaking in the same house and doing those things, acting like you guys was respecting the laws where you guys were supposed to be in different houses and whatnot. Listen to me. When I get you guys in court, I'm gonna destroy you two. All right? Tag money. Trust me when I say this. Anytime I want Shani,
you're talking about people that have police records and stuff, and they're taking a moral high road, and their history is spotted.
Yeah. Yes. People with criminal records shouldn't throw stones, basically.
No, I
bring the pain. God made me huge.
No, that box of bonbons with the extra thick chocolate. No, that's what.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Let's be real here. Let's keep it real.
I wouldn't go as far as calling them criminals. They have history.
The time Obama wasn't even a senator on some of those videos. On some of those videos, he wasn't even a senator yet.
Obama.
No, I'm a Christian. I believe in being born again. I believe very unbiblical, unspiritual.
Those things. I mean, it's as simple, right?
So check this one right here. It goes goodbye CCD cult. Both of them doing middle fingers. I bet you this is Shani's idea here, right? Then you got the double horns being done right here by Revelation News, and Shani giving him the devil's horns, folks. All right, here we go. This is GTV. This ain't my main channel. My main channel, I start doing all of that stuff. And plus, there's nothing wrong with owning one if you have a license and if you're doing it legally.
Yes, they are all legal. Every one of them's legal.
Yeah,
right here.
Shani and Rev, they had a gun at that house, and they wanted me to illegally get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, they had guns at the house.
They can illegally go.
They wanted me to go
There's the guns, folks, still in the drawer, not locked up. That's another part of the history. See, what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to prove that he never lost his guns. So now in the new Von Helton history, he never lost his guns. We're going to address that in a little bit. We're going to disprove that. But that was when I was watching the other morning, someone called him out about pulling a gun. There's a couple new lies about this. He's twisting this. Not new. He's been planting these seeds for a while, but this is where the rubber hits the road as far as I can't. I'm actually speechless trying to get it. This is the revision period. So apparently the guns were never taken away because he still has them in the drawer. His daddy's guns. I'm going to back it up a little bit because I'm pretty sure that he addresses that. I'm going to go back just a touch. All right.
Like she's like some KGB agent, and she's gonna like use it to try to like data mine. Maybe as far as we know, she might try to create or fabricate videos from different parts of different videos to try to make people say things they didn't say in a new video. Right. I mean, there's software out there that could do that. Maybe she's going to try to go after people's jobs. I don't know.
I think Sabella's a bit of a joke on here because I called her out a couple of times and said, Sabella, here's a link. Come in the room and let's talk about this stuff. Everybody can tell me I'm afraid of her and everything. She will not click that link and come in here. And you want to know why? Anybody that's ever watched me have a disagreement with somebody on here knows full well you better know what you're talking about if you start chatting with me about that Bible. Right. You know, and Sabella's going to school. She's bragging about going to school. But that woman don't practice nothing that they're teaching her there at all.
I got somebody in the outside chat saying I had my guns taken away. Would you care if I pwn this guy off just totally awesomely right about now? Are you okay with guns? Are you okay with guns? Are you okay with guns?
No, you can show your gun.
I'm neutral on guns.
I can show. It's okay to show.
You can show your gun. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. All right, here we go.
This is GTV. This ain't my main channel. My main channel, I start dealing with all of that stuff. And plus, there's nothing wrong with owning one if you have a license and if you're doing it legally.
Yes, they are all legal. Every one of them's legal.
Yeah,
right here.
Kenny and Rev, they had a gun at that house, and they wanted me to illegally get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's safe. You have like a mentally handicapped kid running around, have an unlocked drawer with guns in it. But someone had brought up that he pulled a gun in Andrea's face, and that he had his guns taken away, which he did for several months. They were supposed to be at his mom's. He admits it, but now he says that never happened because now he's got his guns back and say, no, I got my guns. They're full of shit. Can't script it, folks. Can't script it. Gets better.
Legally,
they wanted me to go into a white collar neighborhood and take a gun and get rid of it illegally. Like
yeah,
I'm like
that would do well. It really would, wouldn't it?
Well, if okay, well now wait a minute, because Rev claims to be a conservative, and we conservatives tend to be pro-gun. So what is Rev saying here? Is he saying that he's no longer a conservative, that he's no longer pro-Second Amendment? Because
no,
I can show.
I don't think they plan on going back to PA for any reason whatsoever. And he had this what do you call it? This assault rifle. I guess because he was really big into the Alex Jones stuff and whatnot. And before I left that house, I called the police and had them come and get that thing because nobody was accusing me of nothing.
Right.
Oh, I do want to give a shout out to Miss Star. She came into that live stream where my brother held up his gun, and she was the only one that said, "Oh man, no, don't do that." I didn't.
They make it sound horrible, you know. They make it sound.
People are just.
Sounds like they're saying that you committed a crime, Vaughn.
Yeah.
I don't know the word for it. It's just that any little thing now. It's just
any little thing to do, right? Like I was alluding to earlier, if you're a conservative, if you're a theist, if you believe in freedom, okay, all right, yeah, whatever, dude. You know?
Yeah, as far as guns go, I'm neutral on gun rights. I don't think anybody needs an AR-15 or
I do.
That's me personally.
So did George Washington. But I respect your.
You imagine Vaughn with an AR-15.
I'm in the military, and as the picture demonstrates there, I believe that I believe in having a strong military.
Right. You know,
What? I just remembered something. He had I think I did throw one of them in the garbage because I'm looking at the picture of one of the weapons. I can't show this on here, unfortunately, because well,
right.
actually, maybe I should because I just want to get them in court. You know what I mean?
Don't show any of their stuff because they'll flag it. And, you know.
Well, this stuff is not there somewhere. It now belongs to the Scranton. What do you call it? The garbage disposal thingy because they told me to get rid of it, so it ain't gonna be there anyway.
Right.
Put it in the dumpster. But yeah, a lot of things on here I can show you. A lot of things on here. They're gonna look stupid. They're gonna look really stupid because when they go back there, that house ain't gonna be standing.
Dude, you can't leave a house unattended. You can't leave a house unattended. Anybody will tell you that. You can't do it. I mean, ask any realtor, ask any construction worker. You can't leave a house unattended. I don't know what it is about it. I guess
especially when there's no water and electricity. You know what I can do to be a jerk?
Oh, God, really?
I'm gonna say this live on air because you know what? I can do it if I want. Technically speaking, that is an abandoned building right now.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not there. There is no water on over there, and there's no electricity on over there.
Where's that building at, G-Man?
Now I can go over there and be a squatter. Ain't nothing they can do about it.
G-Man, where is that building?
The value of the property down, and as far as everybody else who lives around there.
Okay, where's the building at? What state?
I'll tell you. Well, actually, I'll tell you in the side chat here. Hold on. Just don't say it out loud.
This is where they start scheming.
And the reason why I ask that, because in some states, if
Where
we
it
pay taxes on an abandoned building, guess what? It's yours.
Oh, and by the way, if anybody ever wants to find Shanny in them, like this is why I believe that Shanny suffers from brain damage. They always put their apartment or where they live in his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if you want to find them, just type in what he says on his YouTube channel over and over and over again, and you'll be able to find them. You can't find me because where I presently live, I made it my business to make sure my lease is signed in my name. So, and I told them why. So they couldn't find me if they tried.
Well, see, anything with Vaughn Helton, they go out and find it, and they try to do crap, you know, but see, what they don't realize is that a lot of times I use what they call a pen name, which is an alternate name, and I'm legally allowed to do that.
Here we go, folks.
So I use a pen name, and so I've got a lot of stuff going on out there that they're absolutely not privy to at all.
He's got it going on.
For example, my eBay account. My eBay account isn't under the name Vaughn Helton. It's under a bunch of letters and numbers. You know, it's not. So they can't find it, and so they get all frustrated. You know, how's he got an eBay account? We should have took that down, you know. And then you hear that terrorist in there. He's like, oh, well, I took him off of Facebook. I took him off of Twitter. I took, you know, admitting to it, you know, flat out admitting to it live in a hangout.
I don't understand why these people are coming after you like that. I don't get it, man. If they think this thing is crazy.
All right, so this whole pen name thing, if you guys caught it on Shanny's Hangout, if not, I featured it in the Lulz Afterglow, the Aftermath Hangout that I did, where Sokka account calls him out for his Streamlabs stuff and whatnot. And Sokka brings up the point that Vaughn Helton is so egotistical and narcissistic that even his porn sites, he still uses the name Vaughn Helton, right? So that light bulb went off on Helton's head. Now this is a new part of Vaughn Helton history, folks. We're witnessing it being written as we speak. Vaughn Helton has actually worked for years. I think he goes on in a second here more about it. I hope he does. But he has now worked for years under a pseudonym or a pen name that we don't know. And he's developed software and other products that we all use every day for years and never knew it was him. Can't script it. Can't script it.
Then why do they engage you in it?
Well, my question is, who's the crazy person? The crazy person that is spouting off stuff, or the crazy person that followed him around for 15 years like a little lost puppy? Who's the real crazy person?
Okay,
I mean,
you
seriously.
say stuff that I think is absolutely bonkers, and there's
Right.
a few things you said that make me go, really? And
Right, an
I would
alias.
just laugh at it. I wouldn't try to like.
And some of it's meant to be humor. That's the thing. Some of it is meant to be humorous.
it's just too absurd. It's just too. It's just,
Some of it is meant to be humorous, but you
it's
know,
just too absurd to take it to the level, especially
Right.
what Blue was talking about. It's just
Right.
too absurd. I mean,
Right.
what is something about
he was going to take cigarettes and burn my eyes out with them. That's what
the
he said.
Sandy Hook massacre?
Yeah, so to be clear, a pen name is usually used for authorship. I was repeating what he was saying. I use pseudonym, but I guess that's usually, I don't know, that's not the right word. But yeah, an alias. What did fucking photograph always say there? Fucking his business name, whatever. Business as something, I don't know. It's full of shit. It's bullshit anyways, right?
Right,
And
right.
you don't believe it's true or something?
Well, here's the thing. Don't I have a right to freedom of speech in this country? I mean, I thought I did.
Let's
You know,
let
No, no, no.
So what
Sorry.
if I
Only atheists are allowed to express their freedom of speech.
exactly bingo?
He has freedom of speech, but if he puts it in the
He's a
public,
hardcore
there's
atheist,
freedom to
and
criticize.
he doesn't believe I have a
thank you.
right to express my opinion. He doesn't believe, I mean, there's 2 dead state troopers in regards to Sandy Hook. That should give anybody pause right there. Why are these troopers? I mean, if Sandy Hook is legit, why are these troopers who were investigating
Okay,
it
now
dead?
what are you doing with this point of view of yours? Are you going up to the families of these people and calling them liars and stuff?
Of course not. I wouldn't do
and-
that.
I
I don't
mean,
disrespect. I don't disrespect people.
I could see
God,
people being upset if you did something like that. If you went,
right? Yeah, I would never disrespect anyone. No,
if somebody claims that they lost a child,
right?
and then you went up to them and then you're trying to say that didn't happen, you're lying, and all blah
Yeah, I
blah.
would never go up to their face and try to
That's
disrespect them.
uncalled for.
That's
No, you
wrong.
should be held accountable for saying stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
Vaughn,
wrong. I
Vaughn would
do
never
anything.
disrespect people, right? He's already called out the father of a dead kid, stating that the person is a public figure, so it's okay. Well, why is the person a public figure? Because his fucking kid got shot. You guys all remember when we got all involved in that Sandy Hook shit? That was off the hook. That fucking hangout we did about the Sandy Hook, when that supposed fucking shitty piece of shit fucking documentary YouTube thing came out about it. Me and Kenny and Dr. D, we just tore that fucking thing apart. But Holly, were you in those ones? I think so. Fuck, that went off the hook, man. We did that hangout. All those truthers come over, all fucking butthurt and shit. No, this motherfucker. No, of course not. I agree. He probably wouldn't go to Lenny Posner's face because he knows his fucking. He'd come out with a crooked nose, right? But I just, listen. I do agree in free speech, and I don't disagree. They shouldn't question things or whatnot. And I don't want to turn this into a Sandy Hook fucking hangout. But I mean, just with these people, when you're considering this stuff, just consider, what if you're wrong, right? What if you're wrong and these people did die and these kids died, and you're saying all this fucking horrible stuff? Like, just think about that for a second. You might want to fucking. Again, I'm sorry. I'm speaking common sense. But what was I thinking?
I don't get that. I do not get that sense that that's.
Well, you heard me challenge him. I said, "Hey, don't I have a right to freedom of speech in this country?" And what was his response? No, you don't, because YouTube is a private entity or some crap like that. I'm like, how does that change my freedom of speech? It don't. Either you got freedom of speech or you do not. Irregardless of whether it's on the internet or in a public venue, it shouldn't matter.
Hey, Vaughn, you got an
Yes.
interesting question here in the live chat. Destination D says, "What does your wife say about all this?"
What does my wife say about all this? She knows. She doesn't say anything about it.
I'm not
And
your
my wife and
wife.
well, let me be clear. Okay, my wife did a recant video on all this garbage that was going on. She
Did you guys
totally
catch this?
recanted on anything these guys are claiming, so they can sit there and claim all they want in the side chat. My wife did a video totally denouncing all of it.
Let's back that
I
up.
forget
Back
when
that
it was.
up.
It was a while
Back
back.
that
but
up.
I've got a copy of the video.
He's got a copy. Back that up.
Right,
And
right.
you don't believe it's true or something?
Well, here's the thing. Don't I have a right to freedom of speech in this country? I mean, I thought I did.
Let's
Oh,
no,
so what
sorry.
if I
Only atheists are allowed to express their freedom of speech.
exactly bingo? And he's a hardcore atheist. He's a hardcore atheist, and he doesn't believe I have a right to express my opinion. He doesn't believe, I mean, there's 2 dead state troopers in regards to Sandy Hook. That should give anybody pause right there. Why are these true? I mean, if Sandy Hook is legit, why are these troopers who were investigating it
Okay, now
dead?
what are you doing with this point of
Because YouTube is a private entity or some crap like that. I'm like, how does that change my freedom of speech? It don't. Either you got freedom of speech or you do not. Irregardless of whether it's on the internet or in a public venue, it shouldn't matter.
Vaughn,
Irregardless is not a
here in the
word.
live chat.
It totally is not a word.
Destination D says, "What does your wife say about all this?"
What does my wife say about all this? She knows. She doesn't say anything about it.
I'm not
And my wife and
wife.
well, let me be clear. Okay, my wife did a recant video on all this garbage that was going on. She totally recanted on anything these guys are claiming, so they can sit there and claim all they want inside chat. My wife did a video totally denouncing all of it, and I forget when that was. It was a while back, but I've got a copy of the video. So I mean,
Does anybody know what video he's talking about? Does it? I assume he's talking about Mouse, his ex-wife. But she made a video denouncing all of this stuff, taking it all back, saying none of it was true. All of it, everything. What? You would think that if Vaughn Helton has that video, he'd be flaunting it everywhere. See, that's the thing. Like that, he always says he has this evidence. He has hard drives full, yet never shows anything. Wasn't that funny? Wasn't it funny, folks, that back in the day when the Kelly shit went down, he went live on Photographs Blog TV and said that he had the original chat logs and he was going to present them. And then that weekend, his hard drive burned out. Wasn't that a coincidence? Maybe that's where all that. Maybe it was Mandela effect. Maybe I'm just crazy, folks. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. But see, there's new history being written here, folks. Rewritten, I should say.
even if they get it took down, it ain't going to help them because I got a copy of the video. But yeah, she said.
There's something I don't understand. You said these haters have been following you around for 15 years, right?
Yeah. Some of them, many of them.
Do they ever call you a joke?
As in literally call me a joke?
Yeah.
Joke? You know, you're a joke?
They left a comment on your channels or told you in Hangouts that they think you're a joke?
I think once or twice, maybe. I don't know.
They say the same thing about Brett Keane. How come they don't follow him around?
They don't follow him around because he's finally been getting them kicked off. I don't know how he's doing it. I'm going to have to find out how he's doing it, but he's finally been getting them kicked off of YouTube. I'm going to have to start doing the same thing.
Reporting them.
Huh?
Always encouraging people to constantly report them.
Well, see, the thing about Brett Keane, though, is that his kids are now of legal age, so they can't go after his kids. They can't, go after his family. And there was one time a very serious allegation that Brett Keane had beat his wife. And you know what I done? You know what I done? I went and I talked to his wife privately. I said, "Hey man, is this any of this true?" She's like, "Absolutely not."
Oh, the wife that dropped charges.
And that's good enough for me. I mean, if his wife says it didn't happen, then it didn't happen,
Right.
But yeah, my wife put out a recant video where she recanted all of this crap that they're talking about inside chat. None of it is true. None of it happened.
You know something funny though? You know something funny about boyfriends and girlfriends beating each other up?
Yes, he's totally divorced.
And these atheists are gonna be hot when I say this. But a lot of you probably remember when I went on Tom Rabbit's YouTube channel and I was talking to multiple personalities and I was talking to Hannah Zubby. A lot of you probably remember that, right? And a lot of you probably remember how disrespectful they were toward me and whatnot. But I brought up a little topic about how Redline and Hannah Zubby was going out with each other. And then I mentioned that Redline was beating her and hitting her. She never denied it.
Oh, wow. Really?
She never denied it.
Oh, wow.
So if you guys want to talk about somebody beating up their girlfriend or whatever, why don't you guys go get on Redline about that? When he made his girlfriend sleep on the floor. Why don't you guys go talk about that?
Yeah, but it'll never happen because those are atheists and they're good people, right?
That's right. And even when they do it, it's good.
It'll never happen.
We do it wrong. They do it as all right.
See, and that's what I was alluding to earlier. They're a bunch of hypocrites. They are totally a bunch of hypocrites. If you're an atheist, you can't do any wrong. But if you're a theist, oh my goodness, you're hanging out with Baal and Moloch and all these other cats, So yeah, I mean, really, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
They're gonna call this a cry section for 2 hours, a cry video for 2 hours.
Video
But
for
in
2
reality, anybody watches this.
I really just want to
I
find where
give you
he's
guys an opportunity to come in here
saying that he's
and to say
built
the
all
things
these
you guys need to
products
say
and
to
they were
stuff.
Anything.
Yeah.
Just like I don't believe in Allah or Buddha but yeah, I don't understand why the atheists are so interested in just an amalgamation of different myths, like they claim.
Abiogenesis is nonsense.
The naturalism of science.
I'm probably gonna keep going.
If you declare bankruptcy, it's as if you paid the debt. Well, not according to the person you owe money to.
Well, I'm glad, David, that you came in and you clarified that because, I didn't know much about it, Mark, and, I was taking it at face value. So I'm glad you come in and clarified that because that does help me out tremendously. Because I think that was my first time meeting Mark, and he seemed okay. I mean,
Yeah, he's a very nice man.
Hmm.
You just can't trust him very much.
Hey, Vaughn, you got any closing statements that you want to make, man? Or anything that you want to exonerate yourself on? And how you
I must have skipped over it.
real quick.
Damn.
Yes, actually there is. In the
Must have skipped over it. I'm not going to go back through, but I'll give Vaughn his closing statement here. We'll move on to something else.
almost 10 years that Andrea was here, she never had a mark on her. She was never abused in any way. She never, ever cried. And it's interesting that after the trolls and haters jumped in and started all their crap, that's when all this started to change. Isn't that amazing how that works? But my record will stand the test of time. Manchester police down here locally, as well as Kentucky State Police, they know that everything, these allegations that are made in the side chat are totally untrue. And from what I'm hearing, Manchester actually gets a kick out of some of their comments. They think they're funny. So, I've got a clean record. I've got a clear conscience. I'm moving forward with my particular religious and political beliefs. I believe I'm on the right track and I'm doing great. I now have money. I now have a direction, and who knows? I might win the lottery here in a few days, and then things will really take off. But wouldn't that make them mad, G-Man, if I won the lottery? Oh my gosh, you'd be hearing the tears for years, man.
A friend all of a sudden. I never really believed any of that, Vaughn.
Exactly. Right.
Look at his little man teeth poking out of the shirt there.
Right. But yeah, man,
got some nice shape
they'll
going
tell
on.
you, oh yeah,
Coming in
Vaughn
nicely.
Helton's done. He's in the clink. He's going down with all hands. No, actually, I'm improving. My health is actually getting better. Like I said, I have money now. Everything's stable. Everything's great. Me and my mom are doing great. Everything's great. And, all the haters are getting taken care of here locally. And then once that's done, look out, trolls. Here I come. Once you get the local yokels took care of, you're next. So be prepared. Just be prepared for that.
Yeah, I don't understand the hatred. I don't know what. I just don't get it. I would just laugh at you.
David, I can tell you look at me, look at my eyes. I can tell you, looking straight at you, that I am not a criminal. I am not a white beater. I'm not any of the crap these idiots say. Manchester Police and Kentucky State Police and the FBI even have all thoroughly checked me out. There is nothing wrong with me. The FBI come out because they sent me a pipe bomb in the mail. Wasn't that nice?
The thing you waved in front of the camera.
Yeah, that was the thing I waved in front of the camera.
Fucking pipe bomb.
Was it a glitter bomb?
Well, it's a glitter bomb, but what if my kids had opened it instead of me? What if that glitter would have?
Yeah,
what if that glitter would have went in my kids' eyes and blinded them for the rest of their lives? They could
What
say,
if they get in your
it's
gun
just a
drawer
glitter bomb. It's just a toy. They can say that to their blue in the face.
That's an extreme level of hatred and anger. I don't no, I don't get it, man.
Yeah,
David,
but
let me.
it's just YouTube. It's just YouTube. Those are just comments. Nobody's gonna mail anything to you. No one's gonna try to harm you.
Right.
These idiots are full of it so much it's not even funny.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what the FBI officer told me. He said, "Listen, we know you got a clean record. That's why you ain't in cuffs right now." But he said, sending this bomb to your house, we're taking it very seriously. It is not a joke to us, and it shouldn't be a joke to you. I said, "Sir, I can tell you it's not a joke to me either." Because, like I said, what if my kids had got a hold of it and popped it open and it went in their eyes and blinded them for the rest of their lives? That's not funny. There's nothing funny about that.
Sending a threatening letter. You can get in trouble just for sending a picture of a bomb of a bomb being assembled and say, "Hey, any day now."
Well, now see that's the point that the FBI agent made, and that I also made. When you send a threatening letter in the email, guess what? Or in regular mail, even, guess what? That is an automatic felony, folks. Look that up. That is an automatic felony. If I send Gmail, if I send Gman a snail mail saying I'm going to kill you or I'm going to blow you up or whatever, that is an automatic felony. No question asked. I'm going to jail, period.
What did you do to make them have this kind of hatred?
Yeah, what did you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
You sound like a truther, and most atheists don't even like listening to truthers. So what did you do that made them respond like this? Being
like
friends
I
with
said,
Brad?
the only thing I can think of is that I went after Obama. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, there isn't any really major thing. I mean, I've talked about all this kooky stuff that nobody wants to talk about. UFOs and then conspiracy theories and whatnot. I talk about that stuff, but I mean, I've never really said anything to cause this kind of level of hate. But I've got more videos on YouTube about me than Hitler, Stalin, and Mao combined. It's crazy.
That's anger that like you did something to him, like you beat him up or you.
Yeah. And I don't know these people from Adam. I've never met them in my life. Never met them in my life.
Anger that this is reminding me of. It's like, what the heck, man?
Yeah.
No,
never met him in my
Yeah,
life.
he's never done anything except for flag
It was one of those
campaigns,
hangouts.
sending people
Not
out
on
to
his channel,
attack
but it
their
was on
work and their
either
family,
Hannah's channel or Drag's channel.
putting their stuff on gay websites. But he's never done
Mail me
anything.
something because he claimed he knew where I lived and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
Well, okay, this is my friend dude
Straight up, the day that happened, that would be the day I would go to jail. I told him that.
I'm sure the FBI
Well,
would.
listen. Like I said, the FBI takes it very seriously. It is not funny at all. They said this is clearly a signal to you. I said absolutely it is. We were totally in agreement on that. And let me say something else. The FBI agents were very cordial. They were not dicks. They were not assholes. They were very cordial. They were very nice guys. And probably they were nice guys because they got a clean record too. You never know. Because if I'd have had a dirty record, they'd have probably slammed me around. But they were nice guys. They were, and they were hardcore about this. They're like, we're taking this seriously, and we're going to investigate. And I believe them. I believe they will. So and who knows? It might lead to an arrest. You never know.
But to come after you with such vehemence instead of just dismissing you as a joke and just laughing at what you say.
Yeah.
To go after you with this level of vehemence, I just don't understand why it's that important to them.
I don't know, man. I honestly do not know. I really don't. What would compel? What now? Wait a minute. Whether it's me or not is immaterial. What would compel?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because he
with
just
a
sat for the
sane,
last
rational
hour
mind
and a half,
to spend
defaming
15
and
years.
slandering
Let's
us.
say get 15 years of their life on somebody they don't even know and has never done anything to them. That to me, it tells me that they have a very serious mental issue. I mean, that's what that tells me, man. Because I'm not gonna go following somebody around for 15 years that I don't like. I mean, if even if it was a public figure, let's say it's a public figure like the
Obama
that used to be in
like
the cowboy
Obama?
shows all the time. Oh God, what was his name? John Wayne. Let's say John Wayne. John Wayne was a popular actor. He was very famous. He did a lot of cowboy movies. I followed that guy around because he's famous, because he's kind of cool, because he made money. He was a pretty good guy. And from what I heard, he was a really nice guy actually for an actor. But, that is somebody I could see you following around for 15 years. But a nobody in a single wide trailer in the middle of Kentucky, you're going to follow them around for 15 years? They have there's no notoriety there to speak of. There's no money there to speak of. There's nothing, untoward to speak of. But you're going to follow that guy around for 15 years? Why? Why? It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all.
They have a personal stake in this for some reason.
I guess. I
I mean,
don't know.
I can't for the life of me, unless it's something extreme, I can't for the life of me understand.
Again, because he's initiated flag campaigns against people, he's named people and implicated them in the downfall of his life. He's slandered people. He's doxed people. He's fake doxed people. I mean, he used to tell people that Father Jay beat his wife to death. He used to say that Southern Raven was bouncing state to state, cashing bad checks, bouncing checks. But he hasn't done anything to anybody. Well, that's enough of that video. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I skipped over the part where he was talking about his, quote, pen name, how he'd been developing software and products that we've all used for years. I'll have to fish that one out. But if you guys wanted to watch this thing in its entirety, it's over on GTV. Again, using this within fair use. Just checking it out. Checking out the highlights of the scenery. All right. Take a little break from that for a sec. We'll get back into the Vaughn. We'll do a little bit more, and I'll open up the hangout, our live stream, or whatever we call it these days, if a couple people want to come in. I just want to get through a couple things. But we're just going to change gears, take a little break. This is a little stretcher. Go get yourself, refresh your drink. Go to the bathroom. I might go for a pee, but I just wanted to touch on one of my favorite cows. This is more of a pet cow. Lighten it up a little bit. King Cobra. King Cobra JFS. He's been heartbroken. He's been in a bad mood if you've been watching his stuff. I haven't been able to catch everything, but with everything else going on. But apparently it didn't work out with his crush too good. I wish I had caught the hangout. He did, what was it, yesterday or something? The green undies made a comeback, folks. He was vacuuming with his little pencil dick heart on, bouncing around. And I tried to capture it to bring it to you folks. But unfortunately, he removed it too fast. I mean, as soon as the hangout was done, he's supposed to be able to DVR it and kind of pull it back. I tried, but it wouldn't do it. And then when I refreshed the page, it was gone, unfortunately. He was smart enough to remove it, but he's not as dumb as you guys think. Now, like I said before, the difference between like a Vaughn and a King Cobra, in my opinion, is that I think just King Cobra embraces his fail, right? He's just like, yeah, I'm quirky. I'm a weirdo. Here it is. But he's no fool. He is a mooch. He is a mooch. At least he tries to offer something back with the wands and stuff. I'll give him that. But he's not stupid. He knows if he needs cash. And if you start adding up the cash the fucking guy gets, he gets more than enough, right? But whatever. If people want to give him money, I'm not bashing him for that. But he ain't no fool. But this is actually from his Facebook. Let me just see if I can find it here. There it is. This is right after. You'll notice he refers to his crush as the ex-crush. Broken hearts. I'm going to take a little pee break while we're watching this, kitties. Give me a moment. Damn technology. Oh, it's telling me I can't play it. Huh. Have to figure out that technical difficulty in a moment. In the meantime, here's a little classic. Remember when he tried to go on Conduit and was trying to get money? I was kind of razzing him that people weren't getting the content and he owes them refunds. This is good times. Let's watch it.
Yes, you had Raven blocked this whole time.
Hey, Vaughn, you got to unmute.
It's not my fault that he kept saying that Southern Raven didn't exist. All right, that's not my fault.
Well, you blocked her in the
Stop
first
blaming
place.
me for the goddamn software. all
I'll
right?
give you the benefit of the doubt. It's not your fault.
No, it's not my fault. He kept saying Southern Raven didn't exist.
So how you do it today? How was your little event?
Actually, my little event was quite well. I ended up with 7 people, so that's
Nice.
not too shabby.
So, well, that's good. I think that's good for a start.
That's
What's
money
your cut?
trouble. Huh?
What's your cut?
I get the money. They charge an extra $1 and some change onto it. So in other words, I'll get my $10. What they do is like if I charge $10, they'll charge like $11.50, and then they'll get their $1.50, and then I get my $10.
How long was the video?
It wasn't a
Like-
video. I did it live.
Oh.
I tried to leave a video, but it didn't work, so I had to go in there live.
And how long did you go for?
I was in there for an hour.
Now, what about the
An
people
hour?
that paid
Damn.
for it that don't get the video now? Because I happen to know at least one person that paid for it and they didn't get
Well,
shit.
a live is going to be a lot better than a video any damn way.
Well, they didn't get it though. They tried to load the page and it just kept saying live at fucking whatever time.
Yeah, the lady that was in here today, she had paid for it, Vaughn, and she couldn't get no sound or vision.
Wow.
I'm sorry, everybody else worked. So, I mean, I had a whole group of people.
Well, I'm just wondering, does she contact Conduit to get a refund? Because
I don't know. That's not my.
well, no, it is because someone's got to be liable for it.
Dude,
I'm just asking.
Stop. This is the first time I've ever used Conduit. So
No, I'm cutting you some slack. I'm not saying.
I do not know. She's going to have to contact Conduit and find out what's up, because everybody else got in. Everybody else got in. Everybody else had a good time.
But I just say you got to look into that though, because you might be liable. Because if shit like that hits the fan in the future and it starts getting big, right? If you start getting like 150 people, 300 people, right? Next thing you know, you got fucking.
Boy, I see a big
assholes.
smile on Polly's face. I see a big smile on Polly's face, and they're right.
It looks like the cat today.
Yeah.
Mary, don't even.
Right,
It's because I get off work in an hour and a half.
Well, no, I think it's also the fact that you're enjoying the fact that I'm leaving, and that you're enjoying the fact that you.
Polly, why don't you? Why don't you a little bit?
I think it's the fact that you're enjoying the fact that I'm leaving the internet, and you're enjoying the fact that you succeeded in destroying my marriage.
I think Polly should give him a little tour. Give him a little tour of a work.
I'm not interested in
Look at
where
those windows.
It's that clock. That's why I'm
Just be
smiling.
quiet for a second. There you go. Learn something.
That's a school. He's in a school right now.
Place of higher education. Okay.
I don't.
Actually, James, the reason I was smiling when you mentioned that was the maintenance man I was just talking to got fucked and somebody left corrosive material all over our stainless steel filler, and he has to rechange all the hardware on it tonight. So I was kind of laughing that he got fucked. But anyway.
That's a bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
the misery
whatever.
of others is entertaining.
I don't care. I'm sure you all are gloating over the fact that you succeeded in destroying my marriage.
I'm gonna miss you.
And
I
you
don't care. I was just talking about you smiling for an hour.
You invited me here. You succeeded in destroying my marriage, and you succeeded in getting me to leave the net. Boo-hoo.
I don't want
my little
you.
hand clap for you. Here's my little hand clap for you. You know who
I
you
don't
ruined?
want.
You haven't ruined me, you dumb fucks. You haven't ruined me. Okay, the only thing you've succeeded in doing is getting me to leave the internet. But you have not ruined my life at all. My life will continue.
Thank you for finally admitting that.
Excuse me. You invited me.
No, this is my fucking room.
You invited me here.
Shut up. Shut the
Doesn't mean you
fuck
get the
up.
rant.
Secular, go
Yeah.
easy.
Sorry, when I talk, I talk. I've let you fucking run off in my room before. I'll let you talk. But I just wanted to thank you for finally admitting it's not our fault. You may continue.
Excuse me, but it is your fault.
You just said it wasn't. But anyways, go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead.
It's not meaning.
No, I'm sorry, but I have on audio full confession, and I have Andrea's own word, and I have Andrea's own word.
Right.
Yeah, keep talking over me.
Play it.
Keep talking.
Okay,
over
let them talk. Let them talk, guys.
I have Andrea's own word before she left here that she was in communication with the trolls and haters. And I have the trolls and haters themselves saying that they had been in communication with Andrea for close to a year. Okay, so that cat is out of the bag. That ship has sailed. Okay, the fact that you guys have been talking to her for almost a year tells me that you are culpable, that you have been manipulating her, that you have been coaxing her on what to do and what to say.
Fair projection.
And now that we know that John Chacon's phone record, and now that we know that John Chacon's phone record proves conclusively that he did in fact call CPS back in 2000.
We don't know that.
Him and
I
Katie
never talked to
Childers,
him.
excuse me, him and Katie Childers.
We don't know that.
Well, him and Katie Childers were the first two people back in 2011.
Again, we don't know that.
Who? Well, I know it.
told you this?
It's been, the evidence has been submitted to me.
Okay, so you know what, James? Then you're right.
That I feel confident that he is in fact the individual responsible.
Feel confident.
And now the only thing I don't know is what John Chacon's troll name is. Here on
Okay,
YouTube.
so at the end of the day, why does it matter? If let's just say hypothetically that you're right and everything you've said is true, because you've said it over and over for the past month and a half. Now what? Now what do you want to do about it?
Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that this never happens to somebody else's family by prosecuting each and every person that's responsible.
Okay, well look, you have my address, you have my phone number, you know where I live, you've had it for years.
I don't have anybody else's though. I don't have anybody else's though.
Do it. Prove it. Prove it.
Anybody
Go
else?
after me. Go after me and prove to everybody that you're going to do it. Make an example of me, dickhead.
Make an example of you. Okay.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Sir,
Sounds like,
Diplomatic of me.
sounds like a plan to me, because if you honestly believe that I'm going to sit here and let you guys destroy someone else's marriage like you have mine, you got to know.
Nobody can tell you that
Excuse me.
you
Excuse me.
you-
I've got to have one of my subscribers
excuse.
tell me.
There's
Excuse me.
no excuse for you. You are.
Well, baby Jane, you know who was feeding him that info back then. I'm not saying any names. I'm just saying there's a couple vultures that always show up when there's dead meat. When the stench of death is rising up, these two vultures seem to show up, and they sit on Von Helton's shoulder. They each take an ear and they whisper little things, like the trolls had the sex with her for 3 days in a hotel room, or the trolls have her and they're going to chop her up and put her in a freezer. That's who was hanging out with them at that time. So I'm sure that's where your name came from. Just saying.
Are unexcusable.
Well, excuse me, but one of my subscribers.
Stop,
Hey,
white
look,
man.
Hey, look, if you're not going to let me talk, then I'm out of here. I'm gone.
No, that's just white man
I'm
being
gone. If
rude.
you're not going to let me talk, I'm gone. Now, one of my subscribers has already told me, with evidence, that you fuck-ups have already went after his family, have already got his child taken via CPS, and are now working on his wife and ex-wife.
Prove it.
His
prove
name
it.
is Larry W.
That's
His
not.
name is
Yeah,
Larry W.
that is.
He's already shown me evidence that his daughter's gone. He's already shown me evidence that
What
he's
evidence?
reaching out to his wife and ex-wife. He's already done it.
What
Dude,
is
So what?
Okay, just stop for a sec. Stop for a sec. Everybody stop for a sec. Von Helton, I would actually be very interested if you would name specifically who took this guy's children away.
I don't. I
You
don't
guys.
know which. I don't know which.
Well, then you don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't. It doesn't fucking matter.
It
which
does
one it
matter.
is.
You
No,
start
it doesn't.
shooting allegations
No, it doesn't,
around it.
because
Fucking
you're all
matter.
in collusion together. So it doesn't fucking matter which
Doesn't.
one.
You don't know that.
Okay, first of all, rule number one: when the host is talking, everybody is quiet. Are we okay? Suck on your fucking nicotine stick. And just fucking relax for a sec. We're not gonna get anywhere if we just talk over each other and yell. James, you have the floor.
All right. Now listen. Let me be clear. Since my wife has already admitted in court to infidelity, she has already admitted in court that she has talked with you people. That was in court, by the way. Okay, Dragon Jim, you fuck. That was in court. That was in court. She said it. You lying fuck.
Was it Dragon Jim fucker?
Excuse me.
What are
She's
you talking
already
about?
admitted- Excuse me. I was asked to come here. You're gonna let me talk. All right. She admitted in court to sexting. She admitted to it in court.
Dragon Jim.
Doesn't make it
in
us.
court. She admitted in court.
Doesn't make it us.
She admitted in court to talking to you trolls and haters.
Which one?
She admitted to it, I said.
Which one? I said.
It doesn't matter which one.
Yeah, name the one.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't matter what she didn't say. She just said she admitted to talking to you.
Liar.
And you don't know who it is.
No, I'm not lying either, you dumb
Liar.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Liar.
I'm not
Liar.
lying. It's a shame I didn't have a court in there. Yeah, shut up, Paulie. Shut up, Paulie. You weren't there. I was.
Liar. That's
Hey.
right. I was.
Hey, Vaughn,
You
why'd
were
you
not
say
there,
my name?
fucker. You
Liar.
were not there.
Compulsive liar. He isn't.
Well,
Why'd
I'm sorry,
why'd
but
you
she
mention
admitted
me?
to it. She also refused reconciliation twice. So here's what's
It's not our fault.
You're a scumbag liar.
going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Dear old Andrea is going to be in deep shit. She's already defrauded the federal government food stamp program. She lied to the food stamp program, told them the children were not in my possession, and got them removed from my food stamps. That is fraud.
You have food stamps on? I thought
You're a
you
liar.
Jail.
Wait your turn, Paul.
She's going to jail. There's no question about that. The only question is when.
Hey,
When
hey Vaughn, why'd you mention my name?
Why did I mention your name? Because you're the one that has claimed to me in the past of being some sort of legalist expert of some kind. Okay, so I'm rubbing it in your face. She admitted.
Okay. Well, I have to go back to work, so I'll have a great day.
Later, Paul.
All right, Polly.
She admitted in
Have a
court.
good one.
She admitted in court to sexting individuals.
Okay, but anyways, can you keep it relevant to us? Because I mean, we've heard this.
It is relevant to you. It is relevant to you.
Well, who was she sexting here in this room? Dragon Jim? Is that what you're implying?
I don't know.
Well,
I
then,
don't
talk about. I don't want to hear about what you don't know.
We know for a fact.
Okay.
No, we don't.
Be quiet. Just for everybody, be quiet for a sec. Listen, I'm gonna. Maybe you don't understand, James. I'm not interested in what you don't know. I'm interested in what you do know. Okay, so let's stick to what you know.
Okay, look, if you're just gonna. There's no reason for me to be here. I got better pursuits to do in the morning. It's
Well,
5
that's up to you. I'm keeping it open so you came in here. I was ready to shut it down, so I don't give a fuck. Like what?
Yeah, he's about as credible as those fake pictures he put out of me and my criminal record, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the nude pics that Kenny KPZ is gonna post when he does his hangout? Yeah.
Did he say that?
He implied it.
No, implied it.
Where?
He implied it. I'm sorry, he implied it on his Google.
Vaughn Helton dreamed it.
No,
Yeah.
Vaughn Helton didn't dream it. He
Oh,
implied
yeah, he
it on his Google Plus page. Of course, he deleted it. The little fucking wimp.
Vaughn Helton dreamed it. I have it from 4 sources and an ex-troll.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
We
give
know
a
how
fuck.
it goes, James.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you think. The fact of the matter is that excuse me, Andrea has already admitted in a court of law to infidelity. Okay, so she's done. She's done. She's done. She's done. She's
Okay,
not
whatever. You know what? She's not watching this, so you can't manipulate her, dude.
Excuse me. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
She doesn't have better. If she is truly
Here's
at
the
a
thing.
safe house, if she is truly at a safe house,
I don't give a
she
shit.
doesn't have internet any fucking way. They don't
Right-
allow internet
right
in a
on.
safe house.
Right on.
That was
Okay,
his
we're gonna
point.
sit here and talk over me all fucking night. Okay.
Hey, Vaughn.
If all you're gonna do is talk over me.
Vaughn.
See you later, Vaughn.
Yeah, hi, Trader Brandon. Who said
Come on,
you
Trader.
you
Looks
weren't
like
a friend with these guys?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Every morning at his house, you could see him fucking mouse. He now has a new iPhone 5 and Vaughn's willing spouse, who left a 6-pack of Coke and 3 that was failing to thrive. No child porn hidden on the hard drive of Big John. Big John. Big
Yeah,
Toe
Brandon,
John.
that's real cute, Brandon. You're real cute.
You
Okay,
like that?
Mr. I don't hang out with Secular and his buddies. Mr. I don't hang out with Secular and his buddies.
Vaughn,
You lied to my face, motherfucker. You lied to my face. You
Hey,
lied.
this is one of the first times he's been in here.
You have no credibility.
Vaughn, did you hear
But
that?
what I want to know, okay, it's quiet time. What I want to know is, Vaughn, let's just get it out there. What the fuck is in this interview that you're so fucking hyped about? Why don't you just fess up and just say, what the fuck is it? Here, I'm unmuting you. Just go for it.
All I want is closure. That's all I want.
No, I know. I don't, not so much why you want it, but what's in it.
I
mean,
don't
there's got to be
fucking
something.
know.
There's got to be something juicy.
What
There's got
I
to be something
want
good.
is unedited tape so that I can hear it for myself, unedited, unaltered, none of this fucking vocalizer bullshit. I just want to hear the motherfucker so I can have closure and move on with my life. How fucking hard is that to understand?
Well,
Now, if you can't
wouldn't really
understand
provide
that, you need to
closure.
fucking go back to remedial class.
You need closure for a relationship?
Stop for a sec. Yeah, okay. I'm just cutting down a lot of time here. We already know this shit, but I'm not asking why you want it necessarily. I'm just saying, what are you worried about? What's in it so bad? That's what I'm saying.
I'm not worried about anything. I just want to hear the goddamn thing so that I can move on with my life. And the times that you motherfuckers have spent farting around, I could have heard the son of a bitch and been done with it and moved the fuck on. But you guys keep delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying to the point to where that I ain't going to be able to hear it now because my shit shuts down tonight.
Well,
so you guys have shot yourselves in the foot.
Is there any way? I'll give you a synopsis of it once it's been released publicly. I'll give you like
How
a
are you
short.
going to give me a synopsis when I'm not here, fucker? My
Well, I
shit's
can.
not
I'll
down
mail it. I'll mail it to you.
You'll
I'll
mail it
mail
to
it
me.
to you.
Oh yeah, like I'm going to give you my address. Yeah,
Well, I
that'll-
already got your address. You put your
Okay,
address
what-
out there for years, motherfucker.
What's my address?
I can go. Oh, on Crane Creek Road.
867 Crane Creek Road.
We don't have to name
How?
it. It's on Vaughn Helton. It's on Vaughn Helton's blog, anyways. When he's mooching fucking child support from the subscribers.
Vaughn, do you want us to have a chip in this morning? Showed up, man. I'll throw $20 in for you, man, for your internet for next month. You want us to buy your internet?
Listen. Actually, I said this earlier. Vaughn Helton. I'm glad you're here. Actually, I will actually pay your internet outright if you make one scripted video that I write per month.
No.
That's it.
No.
That's it. You got
No.
your internet paid for.
No. How about no?
How about you fucking dance like a
how
monkey for me?
How about
fucker?
why
You've
don't
been
you
dancing.
tell-
You've been
why-
dancing for me for 4 years, motherfucker.
Why don't you
Why you
guys-
stop now?
Yeah.
Why not get paid for it, motherfucker? You've been dancing like a monkey. Look at him. He's dancing. He's like a little spider monkey. Give him his little cup. Anybody got any change? Dance for me, monkey.
Wow, secular. That's
No, come
you're
on.
an asshole.
Come on, seriously. We'll chip in for you, man. We'll buy a month's internet for you. Seriously.
What I want to know is why did my wife reach out to you guys after she left me?
Yeah, but what's actually the reason?
You'd have
You're
to
not
ask her
reaching
that.
there.
Why?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Andrea
What
that.
is it?
What's in it? That's what
You
I
get
want.
you guys. No, wait a minute. My wife reaches out to you motherfuckers, and you didn't even bother to ask her why.
She
Oh,
didn't reach
you
out to me.
guys really are mental.
I think the
You guys
reason.
really are
I
mental.
think the
Let's
reason.
just do
My
it.
wife
Let's just do
reaches
it,
out to you motherfuckers,
Hands
and you
up.
didn't even
Talk
ask
to
her why.
Andrea.
All right, let's let Jay Stevio get in here for a sec.
Let's just have a candid confession, Vaughn. I'll tell you straight out. I have not talked to your wife. That's one. So anybody else here want to say that they never talked to Andrea? Because I didn't talk to Andrea.
I didn't
I-
talk to her.
I never talked to her either.
Nope, me neither.
I don't know who did, but someone did. It's not any of us.
Oh, I want to clear one more thing too. Von Helton's here. Anyone here that has a link, a magical link, seriously, to this interview, would you please speak up? Because according to him, we all have links to it. So, and everybody, honestly, does
Yeah, I haven't
anybody have
heard.
a link?
All right, hold on. All right, 1 second.
I have no link to any interview.
All right, I do. Hold on a second.
Neither do I.
Oh, this guy's got a link.
He's
Maybe you get what
trolling.
you want. Maybe what
He's
you get.
trolling.
No, you gotta
Rick
hold
Roll.
on.
You can tell he's trolling.
I don't know.
I've
We'll
never.
never know. We'll never know till it's posted, I guess.
All right, hold on.
Vaughn,
All
did
right,
you hear JT and Brandon in here this morning? Are you now convinced that JT is not Brandon and Brandon is not JT?
All right, Vaughn, open this up. All right.
Is fellow YouTubers.
Oh shit.
Now with the winter
Rick rolled. I
approaching,
knew
with
it.
TrojanAndrea.exe.
Gonna give you
I
up.
told you he was trolling. What a
No.
fail troll is
There's
fail.
trolls in this room. Come on.
You're a troll.
Brandon
Brandon's a troll.
the same person is immaterial at this point because Brandon has proven himself to be a fucking liar to my face. So I mean,
What I lie about?
you did too. You said
What'd I
I'm
say?
not. I don't hang with them guys.
Secular. Secular. How many times have I been in your room before?
I think this is at least speaking on microphone. I think this is.
I listened, dude. I listened to the hangout last night. Okay, I listened to it.
That's the first
What
time.
hangout last night?
Yours.
This one, I think.
He didn't have a hangout
This is
last
the only
night.
hangout I've been at.
It's this one and it's this one. Whatever. Anyway, the point is, I heard the conversation.
I heard this hangout.
What did you hear? I'm confused. What, you heard him in here?
Yes, Brandon.
No, you're thinking the other guy.
No,
There's
I'm thinking
Dusty.
Brandon.
Listen, let me explain
The
something.
name says Brandon
There's-
when he goes dark.
There's
When his little box
Dusty
goes dark,
and there's Rusty.
No, when his name went dark,
Rusty.
when his box went dark, it said Brandon on it. Okay, so you can't.
Oh, did he come in? He might have sat here. I didn't know he was speaking or anything. I've never talked to him before.
Anyway, he was here. And I,
This hangout, Sec. So yeah, you saw Brandon in this hangout.
yes, I did.
Amazing. Me too. I see him right there.
Well, I see him here right now too. But
Anyways,
All right, there's more ranting and just the same bullshit going on and on. I just want to play a little bit of that. Good times, good times. I got a request from some Cobes, and guess what? Hot off the press, not even 3 minutes ago, he just released something brand new. Brand new, folks. So we'll get a little Cobes. This gives me a chance to actually try out another feature on StreamYard, see how it runs. How's the stream running so far? It's got to be noticeably different than when I used OBS. So that encoder was like a resource hog. It was just fucking, it was draining me. All right, let's see what Cobes has got cooking in his kitchen. I'm going to even just pull up that one. Give me a sec here, folks. When his crush doesn't reveal she doesn't like him. All right, let's see if we can get this working. Yeah, I imagine it's much better. Yeah, it's a resource issue. I just got to upgrade my shit to be able to run all that other stuff. So I'll use this. It's free. It's a browser-based app. So whatevs. So let's try this function out. I'm going to try streaming another YouTube video. Let's do it.
Definitely gonna want something a bit warm. This is fellow YouTubers. Now with the winter approaching, we're definitely gonna want something a bit warmer. So I've created a kick-ass long sleeve shirt from Teespring. This is the Cool Cobra shirt. They're available in white and only white, just because the picture I used has a white background. So it looks cleaner on the design. The front features a kick-ass looking Cobra, all coiled up, hooded with his mouth open, you know. Excuse me. The back features my symbol, and it says Cool Cobra on the back. Pretty clean design. If you're a younger fan still in high school, you could definitely rock this t-shirt while going to school, and nobody would give you any grief for it as far as it being inappropriate for school, that kind of thing. It's also available in a t-shirt if you wish. The description of it is King Cobra JFS designed shirts. teespring.com/cool-cobra-shirts. I'll put a link for it in the description box below so you can check it out. Got this cool looking design, you know. I try to upload and add new merchandise to my Teespring line when I can. You know, I'll let a design go for like a little bit, and then after a while, you know, I'll have to like create a new design, keep the fans happy, you know, because they're gonna get sick of the same design over and over and over and over and over and over. So I come out with different designs every so often. Ew. I don't make the prices for the shirt, but if I did, I'd charge a little less for them, honestly, but I'm not in charge of how much Teespring charges for their products. I'm just in charge of making my own designs. So with winter coming up, we're definitely going to want warmer options for clothing. So why not offer the new design? The new design will be offered in a long sleeve shirt. And if you still think that's too long, then we also got a t-shirt available. Sizes go from small to 4XT. So There you go. The only thing that sucks about white t-shirts is they stain really easily, so there's that. But I mean, like, outside of that, dude, you wanted a kick-ass looking white t-shirt with some sick graphics, and yeah, I got this kick-ass looking Cobra on the front. It just looks cool. And then on the back, it's got my mythical symbol, and it says Cool Cobra on the back. A nice, bold, gothic font, you know, kind of bold, yeah. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I agree. This one's kind of boring. Thank God it's a short video.
Yeah, I tried to keep...
I'm gonna find that other one. Oh yeah, I got his soap, his tactical soap. I guess he had to send a letter, and now he, ladies and gentlemen, he is now officially some kind of affiliate with his Vaughn tactical soap because he mentioned his YouTube. So give me a sec here, folks. I'll go find something a little more. I mean, I had got it from Anonymous Casper Wyoming. That's who had it. He gets his Facebook videos. This is when his heart was freshly broken. This one right here, I think, is what I'm looking for.
In it, I talk about I usually don't do Facebook Live too often, you know, talk to my fans and my peeps. So I'm currently uploading a video to YouTube called Night Video, and in it, I talk about how my goth crush lost interest and shit like that. It is what it is. That is so her fucking loss. Now here's the best part of it, Facebook. My crush likes me, or I should say ex-crush, yeah. My ex-crush likes me, but I'm friends with too many chicks on Facebook. The only reason my ex-crush doesn't want to go out with me is because I'm friends with too many chicks on Facebook and because I watch chatterbait females. Really? Fuck your double standards, dude. Okay, when a chicks like to watch dudes.
No, hold up.
All right, but when dudes try to watch chicks with their shirts off,
Hold up.
we get labeled.
Okay. Notice how he prioritized those things, right? I think more likely she found out that he jerks off on chatterbait to other women, and that the vast majority of his quote female friends on Facebook, if you take a look, are all famous cam girls that he just likes their pages or adds them on. It's kind of like Vaughn Helton thinking he's actually friends with Donald Trump and talks to him on Twitter, right? So, I mean, obviously a woman's going to look at that. I mean, I'm surprised. I don't want to be mean or nothing. I mean, if she's got her foot this far in the door on just what she's seen, I mean, I don't know why it makes a difference, but I can totally understand the criticism. Just saying.
Pig. It's stupid, you Facebook. It's stupid. I already fucking said, too, that if my goth crush lost interest, I'm going to become an asshole. Believe that. I'm tired of getting told no, and quite frankly, if women want assholes, I'll give them an asshole. Believe that. Believe that, Facebook. If I stare at your girlfriend and you got a fucking problem with it, then say it to my face, pussy, because I'm done taking shit from people. You know? I am. I'm done taking shit from people. You don't want people staring at your girlfriend and why the fuck you dating a hot ass chick. Just saying. If your girlfriend's super attractive, it comes with the territory. And here's the best part of it. I can get away with more shit. The reason why I can get away with more shit is because I have autism. Yeah, I'm not afraid to play that card to get away with shit. I don't do it too often because that's a privilege of mine, but I'm not afraid to play that card.
The spice.
It's going like shit. I want a fucking beer right now. But my YouTube money's taking its sweet ass time.
This is some
So
good
I might have to
e-bagging
go
right
on
here,
YouTube
folks.
Live to make some money.
At least he admits it. He's blatantly going to go over to YouTube and do some foolish shit and make some money because he wants beer.
No, having autism sucks, but being able to get away with stuff because of your autism, that's a privilege. Catching up in the chat. Oh, look at all the angry reacts. People are pissed at me. I love it. I love it. Feed me with your hatred and anger. No, being able to get away with certain things because you have autism, that's a privilege. Good question, Dana Smith. Good question. Did you get the package from me today? Well, honestly, I don't know. I'd have to go look and see.
He's pissed.
Hi, Josh. You're awesome. Appreciate that. I suppose that's subject to opinion, isn't it?
Oh, he butthurt. Yeah, he's been on a butthurt mission here for a little bit. Poor old Cobes. I'm going to do another Cobes, and then I'll throw out a chat link, and we can chat for a bit, and we'll shut her down. Let's see. I feel like I haven't seen a good dank review for a bit. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this stroll through the weirdo wonderland that we call the interwebs. Oh, it's short, it's sweet. We may have actually watched it, but we're going to do it again. If not, enjoy. Bon appetit, folks. It's all for you. No idea what's going on right now. Seems that the sound has been removed, perhaps for our protection. The visuals tell a story all their own, folks. I have no idea what monstrosity of a sandwich that he's eating right now. Grease, of course. Texas toast, yes. Burger, most likely. Bacon, grease, egg, Doritos, marshmallows, possibly chocolate. No idea. Some peanut butter? Some peanut butter on there? I don't think so. It's a little too greasy. Maybe it'll give us a cross section. We can figure it out. We can play. Maybe that's a game we can play. What's in Cope sandwich? Fuck, he's down in that. Like a champ. Hmm. Golly. That doesn't get you salivating. Right there, folks. That is one beauty sandwich. Or a sandwich, as some say. I prefer sandwich. Quality content. Look, this is like I said, there's a certain standard that I know you've come to expect, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's loving it. Looks pretty content. No cross section though. I'm disappointed in that. An ASMR mukbang. Von Helton is a walking fucking mukbang. Just throwing that out there. Oh, didn't know I'd have to commentary this sandwich eating through, but apparently, folks, we're at the end. We're down to the nub. Perhaps we can get a confirmation on its deliciousness. You can tell by the finger licking, I'm sure that will ensue. Here we go, folks. I knew it. Booyah. Some good eats. Some good eats, folks. I have no idea what we just watched. I don't know what that was all about, really. But I'm speechless, folks. I don't know. I got more Vaughn. I mean, we can do more Vaughn, but I think some people wanted to come in. We're 2.5 hours here. So let's start winding things down. This is the after hour show. This is where things get a little risque. Let me put a link out there. Get it while it's hot. I don't know how this thing works. It'll show me you on the bottom, I assume. And then I guess it just edges in. I guess that's what we're doing. We'll stylize it. Try a couple different looks. Oh, all right. We got Big C in the room. I'm get yourself situated. Do I unmute you? Okay, I got you. All right, Big C, you're muted, but you are in the room. If anybody else wants to jump in, come on in. The water's fine.
What the hell's lobster and blue?
Oh, there we go. I got my headset on now. I don't know where they're.
Blue. Get your ass in here, Blue. Get in here, lobster.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a headset, man?
Who's that?
You, Big C.
Me? Mine's on.
Okay, I was just getting some echo somewhere.
Are you really? Let me see. How's that?
Well, I could try. Yeah, I don't hear me
Is
anymore.
that better?
Yep. It's all good. Oh, here comes Blue. Hang on. Don't get my fucking channel flagged.
Yes, Urban really has a AWOL. He is AWOL.
Wow. I am not surprised.
But
how
back
much
in the
else
80s
can you
and the
tell us? How long was he in there officially?
Back in the 80s when he got his he got a couple. He got a write up for his Foot Locker and his his rack being fucked up. He got an AWOL, but you got to remember back then, like if you were, late 2 or 3 times to a formation, they would write your ass up. You'd get an Article 15 over it. So
yeah, he was just late or something. He really didn't run away from the barracks like what I think of when I think of AWOL, which is a guy jumping over the fence.
now that's why when I put that on there on his channel, I put 4 questions out and he didn't answer them. He knew I
Well, that
did.
never got posted. He holds all comments for review.
What was the other one? His sergeant, his first sergeant was Dobbs, Sergeant Dobbs, the one that he
Not
says
Sergeant
he's having
Ward,
such
like he
problems
said.
with.
Wow.
Huh?
He said it was Sergeant Ward. His first sergeant. That was his name, Ward.
No, he said Sergeant White. But
I thought there were 2 Sergeant Wards who hated him.
Yeah, the story in the Von Helton mythos is that it was there was a sergeant. I don't know the fucking ranks, but there was 2 different fucking wards, and they both had it out for him. There was Drill Sergeant Ward, and then there was some other fucking ward.
He was a no-go from the start. I mean, if you've been in the service, you know there's always that one motherfucker in the goddamn barracks that always keeps his shit fucked up. He was that guy.
Well, I mean, I always thought there were Full Metal Jacket type solutions for such guys.
It had been a long-standing rumor that he went AWOL. There was a couple different stories to why, but I never really knew if it was true or not. But I really think it's as simple as he was in over his head. He was overwhelmed. It wasn't his thing, right? He failed.
Pretty much.
He couldn't hack it. They had
Or
him
he was
peeling
so close to
potatoes.
mommy at Fort Hood, he could go home for a weekend. Maybe he was thinking.
I'm coming in and out, I think.
So I got that motherfucker on video, and he ain't even allowed to buy a gun. Says his old lady will kill him back in the 80s. So just throwing that out there. But on the topic of guns, actually, just before we get too carried away into some other stuff, I do want to show a Nats in the Pizza video, because I did show earlier that Vaughn was claiming that he never had his guns taken away. So if you guys indulge me for a moment, I'm going to go full screen crazy here.
Do you know why he has those guns?
Oh, his dad left them to him for sure.
Yeah, his dad. There was where he lives. There's bears up there.
Oh yeah.
Almost everybody in that area has those guns.
Oh yeah. I don't think Vaughn's ever shot an actual hunting rifle though. I bet you those guns haven't been shot in at least 20, 30 years.
I don't know.
Did you hear him say that about I wanted to take a picture with a plastic gun? I was floored by it.
No,
a plastic gun?
About you?
No, he made that video about plastic guns that tankers don't. We used to make, he said in his video, we used to make fun of the guys with the plastic guns. He doesn't even realize what the difference between composite is and plastic. I mean, he's such a fucking joke. It's unreal.
All right, real quick, I just want to play this. So just mute your mic so we don't get echo. And I'll just play this real quick. Just because, I mean, everyone knows this. I just want to, this is a blatant contradiction to what he said in G-Man's Hangout. So I just want to get it out of the way and make sure it's archived. So real quick.
Whoa, careful there, Annie Oakley.
I don't have to be careful. I got a gun.
Well, you'll probably want the accessory kit, holster.
Oh, yeah.
Bandolier.
Baby.
Silencer. Loudener.
Uh-huh.
Speed cocker.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Well, where we're at is I had to relinquish my guns to my mother for 3 years. I can't even have ammo. I can't have no guns, no knives, no ammunition, no weapons for 3 years.
Oh,
But that's okay because I contacted the fraud division of the welfare department and let them know that a certain individual had defrauded the food stamp organization. And so once that individual is incarcerated in Frankfort, Kentucky, the federal prison in Frankfort, Kentucky, then I guess there won't be a need for an OOP anymore now, will there? You know, don't do the crime if you can't do the time, right?
I'd kill you if I had my gun.
Right. So, anyways, all that stuff said. So, I just wanted to play that just because it's a stark contradiction to what he was saying in G-Man's room, and just because for whatever reason he has his guns back now, he's trying to say that never happened. Just like him pointing a gun in his wife's face, it was a skit. He's trying to say that was all his opening to his fucking old video, right? But yeah, so 3 years, right out of his own mouth, he had to relinquish the guns over to his mother's.
so Secular, you are pretty aware of the Nats and the Pizza channel?
Oh yeah, I mean that's in the pizzas. Yeah, he was around in the old days.
So I told Shani that the history of like 2011 to 2012 should be the own stream.
Yeah, I haven't watched that particular video that you're talking about, but that whole time period. I mean, it's just yeah.
Like it's like an hour and 45 minutes, and it's a lot of old shit.
Yeah, that's why it's important to archive this stuff, right? That's why I'm a big believer in it.
Well,
you
speaking
gotta
of
have it out there.
archive, Secular, I hope you could check out this playlist. It's only 3 videos. Each are less than 2 minutes, or it averages out to only less than 6 minutes altogether. It's the Vaughn shaving his daughter's head story.
Did Big leave?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've probably seen it before. Lots of people have, but you know, your channel reaches a lot of people sometimes, and you know, like you said, it's documented.
Yeah, we'll play it.
Go ahead.
Give me a sec.
It's sad though. At first, he denies the girls have lice. Then he admits the girls have lice, and then he admits to shaving their fucking heads. Wow, poor kids. I mean, sometimes I think we should really, and I don't mean kill them. I just mean,
all right. I get
yeah, I know. I mean, let's try again. Let's be creative and think of another way to get those out of there. But
Well, Blue, I'm gonna give you all the goddamn credit in the world. Like, G-Man could not trigger you.
oh, I think anybody watching that would probably say the exact opposite. I mean, I treat them the same. I didn't get triggered, at least not by what I consider to be, but everyone who saw that and saw that. I mean, I don't know why you think me, but I don't see why you say that.
No, like when we try to like kind of pull you back for a minute, like you just try to have a conversation. Like when we try to deny what G-Man wanted,
right?
You pulled back.
Right.
And
sure.
I missed what Secular actually posted because I wasn't there for a minute.
He had called Secular Opinion a pedophile from the night before.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. When
What did I do now?
when G-Man started spouting off that the only reason that we have freedom is because of Vaughn Helton, that's what I thought was going to trigger you.
Oh. Well, whatever I did that you approved of, I'll keep doing it. I promise.
Yeah. I love you, brother.
Well, I mean, well, G-Man, he was just doing his thing that night, but I'm extremely literal. I tend to believe what people are saying, and it's not that there's no place for sarcasm or irony with me. Of course not, there is, but it doesn't work real well unless I can see your face. I don't really know if you're being sarcastic sort of thing. So it's better to try to be straight and literal, at least for me online.
Yeah.
But if somebody's going to act like an asshole and then, oh, well, you know, then I'll just go straight to barbed wire and your mother. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Now, secular, I will give you full credit. Like the way you edited that, like it was perfect because I took Sokka's lead. Like,
well, eventually I wised up and talked around him too. So,
and he lost his goddamn mind.
Oh yeah. Well, what was really funny is that his microphone was so low that we could easily just talk right over top, and he was just like annoying background noise, right? Like it was just, he's a fucking idiot. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna. And someone had said, you know, I should get him in here or something like that. I wouldn't even give him the platform. What, to act like that?
during the 16-hour marathon with Urban Eugene Helton Jr., I yelled at him several times to push that mic closer to his mouth because we couldn't hear him. Usually you'd never have to, I thought I'd never have to say to Von Helton.
I remember that.
Yeah, but I was like, listen, push that gold mic that you spent Jerry's money on closer to your face so I can hear the nonsense you're saying, so I can hear the lie you're telling, man. I
love the fact
the
that
lie you're telling.
Yeah, I love the fact that he came in so fucking heated for nothing because he wanted to make Shaney's channel into the non sequitur show. Like he wanted to just come in and act a fool and get booted off so he could be a victim.
Is it true you can't boot people out of here?
Yes.
On Streamlabs?
You can.
Are you talking about how G-Man acted?
Yes.
So once you let them in, once you bring them in from backstage, they're on till they leave.
I can remove you from the
them.
stream. Yeah, I can remove you from the stream, but you just sit in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems a fair way to do it, actually. Please check the inside chat, Secular. I sent it to you.
Yeah, I got it up ready to go, but you guys are blabbing, so let's play it.
Go ahead.
I'm muting.
No, got up. Kids want to go to Mammo's this morning. I'm not letting them go to school. I'm going to keep them home. They're accusing them of having lice and nits in their hair.
Nits.
I've checked their head. My relatives have checked their head. I even took them to the doctor and had their heads checked.
Fucking Trudeau.
Fucking nits. But they're going to sit there and lie about my kids because I'm not a good Baptist Christian. So I'm just going to keep the fucking kids out. I'm going to keep them out today.
Stupid Canadian internet.
What is today? Is today?
I think today is
Today's Friday. I'm going to keep them out for today.
I can appreciate the aggravation because it's something that commonly happens in schools and all that, but probably shouldn't have put that out there in live broadcast.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Is that Brett King?
Yeah, these sick fucking eaters are, don't
Yeah, I know how they are, and I know they
It does sound like
you know they'll sit there and tell me to get a job, and yet they're on the fucking.
It sounds sped up.
Yeah, he changed the voices of the other people and blurred them out.
Ah, that son of a bitch.
Well, so it doesn't get flagged.
Not a whole lot. Got up. Kids wanted to go to Mammo's this morning. I'm not letting them go to school. I'm going to keep them home. They're accusing them of having lice and nits in their hair. I've checked their head. My relatives have checked their head.
Oh, this is the same video on loop, isn't it?
Doctor and had their heads checked. They ain't no fucking nits, but they're going
I
to.
love how he scratches his head before
my
he
kids
says they don't have
because
life.
I'm not a good Baptist Christian. So I'm just going to keep the fucking kids out. I'm going to keep them out today. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. What is today? Is today?
I think today is
Today's Friday. I keep them
I don't
out.
know why it's looping this video, but we'll get to the other one here. Here we go.
Alrighty. As you can tell, there are some changes.
There have been some changes.
There's some changes. Mm-hmm.
Everybody mute so we don't echo.
Well, it turns out that there was a problem. And that's why you see me as I am right now, just to be on the safe side. But it turns out there was a problem. And so we're fixing the problem.
Listen, the next time someone tells you to check your kid for lice, don't go looking for no white bug, because they ain't white. They're black as ace of spades, and so is the nits. They lied. Totally.
They lied.
Totally fucking lied. Now, it could be. Because now, see, I remember when my niece got them. She is covered head to toe. Well, not literally, figuratively. But she had a shit ton of them, right? And, man, it was bad. It was really bad. And, but they were white. The bugs and the nits were white. And she had blonde hair. But it was real easy to see them. They were plain, right? Well, so I'm looking for these white bugs, right? I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking all over the place for white bugs, white nits, white bugs. Not white, black. Black is the ace of spades. Black how I like my coffee and my women, right?
Oh
That's
yeah.
a goddamn
And
lie.
once I realized that they were not white, they were easy to find. And so I took that little special comb and I combed through my hair. All I come up with it was dandruff, thank the gods. But when they check my kids come up with the bugs. So we're in the process of doing all the fumigating, and we've eradicated the bugs from their hair, and now we got to eradicate the bugs from the rooms and shit. We got to bag everything up, and we got to put everything on high heat to kill the eggs and bugs. And
I know I'm just speculating here, but the way he's making it sound, it's like I looked the first time, but I thought they were white, and I didn't notice all these black bugs running around. But once I learned they were black bugs and I rechecked their hair, oh, they were loaded. They had all kinds of them.
Good call. Forgot about that. Good call. Yeah.
basically, you got to do what you got to do, like you do for bed bugs. And the ladies were here yesterday. We'll be here again today.
See, I don't know which one is worse, like the parody or the actual video.
Well, it was a combination.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
The chemicals and shaving their heads, because unfortunately, they're not the origin of the lice. Okay, they obviously got the lice from somebody else, and aside from shaving the heads, there's really not a whole lot of thing. There's really not much you can do. Like you said, you apply the chemical. Chemical kills what's there. But if your kid rubs up against another kid that's got the lice, guess what? You got them again, and the nits to go with it. So the chemical is kind of a waste of time if you're just going to keep getting encountered by these kids again. The only way to stop it is to shave the head, man. I know it sounds horrible.
It's not the fact that our kids are living in filth, but it's just the other kids.
Bring them back home again, and see, lice is almost like a bed bug, in the fact that you've got to take all your sheets, all your pillowcases, all your clothing. It's all got to be washed, and it's got to be put on high heat.
Does anybody believe that he took all that junk out of the closet there and washed all that shit? Going through his fucking shit pile and trying to sort what's fucking.
He did not take that old gray.
The only real way to stop it, unfortunately,
he still has
it, to remove the hair, dude. So,
I still think it's freaky. He's got Chris Chan's sweater hanging in his fucking
in
closet.
solidarity with my girls.
He just headed that fucking road
hey,
shit.
the hair will grow back. Well, the thing of it is that there's a good part to this, and the good part is that those girls back there know that their old man's got their back. That's the important thing to take away from it, right? Is that I've got their back no matter what, and that's the way I believe. So there's a silver lining to it, and like I said, the hair will grow back. This is only for like what I don't know, like
6 months,
grades, I think, like first, second, third grade, and then the shit's over with, something like that.
So, it's not that big a deal. We'll get through it. It'll all be over in a year or two, and that'll be the end of that.
Now, I would ask to pause it for a moment.
It's done. Yeah.
Yeah. When I say like there is the full video on Irv ruined his own life. Like it is the entire live stream when he shows up bald, and that's when the whole scene of like, would you fuck around with a guy with guns like these? And he starts flexing.
Right. Yeah.
Like, dude, I shit bigger than you. Like, Big C, would you ever be... Oh, no, Big C's gone. Like, yeah, like, I would not be intimidated by Vaughn.
No, he's
by
fucking...
any breathy man. Yeah.
I don't... that might have been on the old Vaughn Ruined His Life channel, or it may be up on the new Irv Ruined His Own Life channel.
I think it's called Morning Coffee like 302.
Yeah, some of those are extremely long, so that you absolutely could be right. This could be where it's from. Absolutely.
Now, Blue, I do know that you are afraid of Vaughn.
Oh, really? How did you find this out?
We all are.
Well, with his training, he probably knows like 110 ways to kill a man with a fucking belt.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
Blue, like
that's an existential fear. Okay.
It's not a mark of shame, my man. Like we are all terrified of Earth.
Okay. You win. I concede. No, I see what you mean. You're right. I understand.
God damn it, Blue! Like you could not get set off by fucking G-Man. You are a fucking stoic.
Are you saying the opposite of everything that actually happened now, just to see my reaction? No one's ever called me a stoic before.
No, not at all.
And I disapprove of stoicism. It's better to show your feelings and say what's on your mind.
The fact that
rule number one in this life: get out of pain.
You might not have heard it, but the fact that I heard it after the fact, I'm like, oh shit, Blue's about to go off.
Oh, I see. No, I see now. Yes. Yeah, I held it in reserve. Well, I had been fighting all day. So I think I was more tired at that point. What you got? You got anything else, or is this show over?
We're almost there. I got a little classic I wanted to share.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry to babble. Go, please.
That's all right. We're going to try it out here. This is short. This is like a minute long, but this should resurrect a lot of memories for anyone who's there back in the day. This is another forgotten era
CPS
of
is my
mine.
heroes. Oh, yeah, they saved my kids from that evil Von Helton guy, only to take them to fucking Aruba, where they get on a ship and go to Saudi Arabia to be some fucking sheikh's sex slave. Yeah, that's really helping the kids. Good job, guys. You really helped my kids. Putting them in the fucking kiddie porn. Yeah, that's really helping them. You dumb son of a bitches. Why do you think all these kids go missing every year? Dummies. Think. And I've got a doctor off record who told me, give me the docket for when these ships come in to take these kids off. I've got it in my possession. I'm not going to show it. Fuck no, I ain't showing it. Hell no.
Because you can't show shit. Don't you love just how fucking Von Helton can't show a goddamn thing?
Oh, he's got these hard drives. He's got fucking terabytes full of fucking evidence.
Yes,
apparently, he
when I
can't show it.
confronted Vaughn, as I did several times, about Jefferson, his claim that Jefferson did not own slaves.
Well,
I sent you the website. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Well, send it to me again. How about you Google that shit? I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, if I was a terrorist before, why did you send it to me? Never mind. That's one of the other things I wish I had screamed to Vaughn. I probably did and just have forgotten it.
Well, like even the whole fucking live show he did on YouTube, which has mysteriously disappeared.
He is. It is. If you want, I'll give you the link to where it is. It's on BitChute now.
Yeah, like that's where he does his fucking conspiracy bullshit. And
Because,
the entire thing is just Darren accused me of, stolen valor. Was just Darren ever in that fucking room?
Well, he's talking about videos that were made, but
he was talking. Yeah, he was talking about the videos that Just Darren has made. I don't think anybody was in that room. The great video. If there's an app for it, or Secular Opinion, or somebody listening has the patience for it.
There were plenty of people in that room, including you, Blue.
In Vaughn's Stolen Valor video, not his.
No, like responding to that.
Oh, you mean in the room chatting? You mean in the outside chat?
No, the video prior.
Oh, yes, yeah. When I was, the one prior to that, the
16-hour video.
Yeah, I was in that one, but I thought you were talking about the Stolen Valor 4-hour Vaughn response where he talked about Just Morris.
Where he's just sulking over his fucking computer like goddamn Gollum.
apparently someone's saying Darren made a new Stolen Valor video, maybe updated it.
Yeah, he did. He
should have.
But in Vaughn's 4-hour one that got removed from YouTube and is on BitChute now, I wish someone could count all the times the kids interrupt him, because there's got to be at least more than a dozen, and he just blows them off.
It might be on Shanny's.
Yeah, I could find it there too, but no, it's not an issue of finding it. It's the issue of me going through it and finding all the times he brushes his kids off that whole 4 hours. So
yeah, like
is there an app for that? Is there an app for when parents tell their kids to go away because they're on the thing? So I can just I can just go scan the video.
Yeah, I gave a shout out to Secular Opinion because somebody had mentioned that like I was in their Discord for a minute, and someone said that they want the Raging Atheist to be in someone like Matt Powell's head the same way that Dragnot is in G-Man's head, and I'm like, well, I mean, we made G-Man lose his goddamn mind thanks to sock count.
Well, he did. He did lose his mind. He lost his composure.
It was like, that was sad.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was cringy. I mean, I thought us roasting him was funny. That's why I reposted it. I'm like, yeah, there's some good shots in there. But his performance was completely fucking off the hook. I got just one more thing I kind of want to play here. I want to share with everybody. And I'm going to rehash this because it's worth saying. There was a little to-do between me and Vaughn Helton a few years back to do with the property of a certain starship. Now, not to be confused with the one that he drew on graph paper when he was 12 and sent to NASA.
No, you stole this. You stole this.
No, I have the evidence right here. We're going to bury this right now. This is where yeah. There will be no argument. And I this is a condemned version, folks. So initially I had put up for public a public archive, I don't know what I want to say. The word I'm looking for. Not a public forum. But long story short, I was working on a design, and for copyright purposes, I wanted like a public disclaimer saying that this was my exclusive design. I was making it known in a public forum, I could say that. And basically, Vaughn Helton jumped right on live right after and tried to copy my authentic Starship design. And when you compare the two, it's obvious. And then later, he actually accused me of stealing his intellectual property. So I had to then offer a cease and desist. So fortunately, Dreadbeat Vampire has a condensed, concise version of both our sides of this. and it's only about 3 minutes. So he took my ramblings of umpteen minutes and Von Helton's ramblings of umpteen minutes and condensed it down. Now I want to show it because this hit a boiling point a couple years ago where Vaughn broke out into untethered rage, but we'll get to that in 1 second. So just let me screen share this. Oh, you groovy people. Give me 1 sec. And you may have to mute. I guess you got a headset on. It might not echo through, but we'll try it. We're going to go for it. And right about now. But there's going to be people. There's even going to be people out there that try to take credit for this. So this is why I wanted to at least put this out in the public domain. So if something does hit the fan later, I'm protected. Okay, boys and girls, you see where I'm coming from? Because I just want everyone to know this is 100% my design. And if anybody out there claims that they have this is their unique design, I just want you guys to know, and that this is proof that they are nothing but a stinking toothless Kentucky hill rat liar. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. Just want to put out there, this is 100% my design. Anybody that says anything to the contrary is a dirty stinking liar. Okay, just throwing that out there. And I guess until next time, thanks for watching.
This is basically my design. And
an obvious inferior design.
And I'm pretty sure nobody has a ship that looks like this. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll spare you guys the technical jargon, but long story short, I used all my shapes, triangles,
he didn't design that. That ain't his ideas or concepts. I mean, we had this problem before, didn't we, class? Huh? Isn't that what the trolls kept saying? Is that I didn't design a certain craft? I didn't come up with the idea for it. You know, so we're kind of preventing that from happening again, aren't we? Yes. We're preventing that from happening again.
This is obviously an inferior ripoff of my superior design.
Okay. Nobody can get on YouTube or Live Leak or Daily Motion and say, Vaughn Helton, he never designed that plane. That ain't his idea. That ain't his design, his concept. Well,
he's a liar.
That's why we're doing it live, folks. That's why we're doing it live. So that there is no mistake.
If one could use the Wayback Machine, you'll find that I posted my video first.
No mistake whatsoever. Oop. Gotta get off the edible mesh there. There we go. Alright. Drag those over a little bit. There we go. Bing.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Vaughn. You might have to refresh again. You're breaking up real bad.
For the record, because we did bring up the start. All right. So, thank you to Dreadbeat Vampire for putting that up there. Now, I do obviously have the full videos. I'll spare you guys. I do have it here, the cease and the desist, but we'll spare you the cease and desist. We'll jump right into where I confront Von Helton sometime later on this. Actually, I was trying to clear up some confusion because he thought we were talking about that. And you guys have to admit, like in the clips that I show for the most part, I'm pretty cordial to the guy. I actually give him a fair chance in my hangouts and stuff. I let him talk. I get everybody else settled down. I'm pretty fair to the fucking guy. And even here, I'm trying to help him. But yeah, let's take a little looky poo on this. It's not long. This is where I hit the head.
We can't hear you, Bonnie. You might have to refresh.
Oh, just a sec here. I'm stumbling through it, folks. I'm stumbling through. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Let's do it.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Vaughn. You might have to refresh again. You're breaking up real bad. But just for the record, because we did bring up the Starship, I want to make it clear this is not the same Starship that Von Helton tried to rip off from me. That was a later design. So, yeah. So the original design of the Stealth he claims to have made, I can't comment on that. I'm only commenting that that's a different design that he tried to claim was his own.
Fucking design. That's a lie. It's not.
It
a
is.
different-
You're saying they're
not
two.
a
They
different
are
design.
two
It's the
different
same
designs.
It's my fucking video. It's my
No, that's
video.
but that's not
All
the
you did was-
NASA
all you did
design.
was remove the
No.
audio from it and wrote your and spoke over it. It's my fucking video.
What I said.
You're
What
lying.
no, you misunderstood what I just said.
For one fucking day, just tell the truth, Sector.
All right, you misunderstanding
No,
what
I
I
didn't
just said.
misunderstand a goddamn thing. You took my video, you removed the audio, and you spoke over top of it.
Stop. I said that the two Starships are two different Starships, not the one you claim you designed when you was 14.
Well,
and I said the other Starship. But they're two different Starships. Okay, let's start with square one. They're two different Starships, right? We're not talking about the same Starship as when you were like 14 and you designed.
Right.
Not the one you saw. Not the one you saw in Popular Mechanics magazine, right? Those are two different Starships. That's all I said was that we're talking about two different Starships.
I don't give a shit about your fucking lame ass excuses. Right. Anyway,
I didn't make an excuse. Anyways, you stole that from me, but go ahead. I just want to make that clear. You did steal that from me.
Whatever.
And there is
Back to
law against
Holly.
that.
Back to Holly because she's one of the few females in the room, if not the only female in the room. All right. So.
So there it is, folks. He cowers away from it. He could not deny that he stole that design. So according to Von Helton, it would have to be Mandela effect because, again, anyone that has the technical savvy, maybe if you use the Wayback Machine or something, if we could find that, if we could do the research, we have the technology, people. We can do this. If we use the Wayback Machine or something, I'm positive that we can prove that I uploaded that video first. So unless the Mandela effect or that I somehow figured out how to time travel and go ahead and grab the video and go back, but long story short, he stole my intellectual property and tried to claim it as his own. So we have that established. I just wanted to close off with something like that because facts matter here, folks. Oh, jeepers. It has been quite a Von Helton revival lately, hasn't it? I don't even know. It kind of tuckers me out. I'm a little Vonned out. I might have to go watch something else for a little while, but yeah, so Nat's in the Pizza. Check him out. He's got his stuff up. He's putting there's some great content out there, folks, as well as all the other channels I often mention. And I don't really even know what to say. I think we're at the end of our rainbow here for this evening. So thank you. Also, the stream apparently is running much better, so I'll do it this way for a while until we get stuff set up. But I'm happy with doing it this way. We'll get it all figured out. And we'll open up some more chat so people can come in and give their 2 cents and all that good stuff. But until next time, yeah, get a MeWe. Come join us. Trolls, haters, naysayers. We don't bite unless you ask. Until next time, folks, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.